Alright, we're back. So, make sure nothing's gonna chug on me. Irish coffee. I googled and found this. Looks like it turns on HDR automatically at the start if any of your monitors supports it, even if you are not playing on one that does. One workaround I found is if you have two monitors with only one having HDR was to disconnect my HDR monitor, start the game, then as soon as the intro logo start playing, reconnect the monitor, it switched back to my main monitor, HDR off. I have to do this every time I start the game. It seems like it's working fine now, but hey, that's something we'll keep in mind if we start getting overloading again. I think for me, it was like, for some reason, it was like having the resolution scaling up too high. Everything seems and looks like it's normal now, though. It's, still having issues. I think we finally got it sorted for the tonight, anyways. It might just be, keep in mind, I have to record this game with OBS. Normally I'd be recording a PC game with Bandicam, but Halo Infinite doesn't work with Bandicam. So I have to use OBS for it, which led to that audio issue of me not recording audio before as well, but that's a different thing. But it also, HDR might work for some other games though, and as long as I'm using Bandicam. I'll have to like do some testing on it. But for now, it seems like we got everything working right. And yeah, you guys are only only like 5 or 6 seconds behind me, which is the norm. So now we can finally, after 43 minutes of troubleshooting, start playing the goddamn game. Congratulations, chat, you survived. Alright, do I have... There we go. Honestly, HDR isn't worth it. Well, I didn't get this for HDR, to be honest. I got this for one. It has a much higher refresh rate than my old computer. And it has HDMI 2.1, so I can actually use my PS5 properly. Get rid of this gun. Give me that. Actually, no. The spiker's kind of shit unless you're finding vehicles. Alright, but we're good now, chat. All good. You killed these fine gentlemen. Who knew something simple like changing the monitor would mess things up? Well, like I said, it did turn on the HDR settings, which I didn't expect would be such a massive issue. Congrats, did you end up buying a new chair? No, I got my new chair, like, earlier this year, and it's, very nice. Back and have pizza. What fixed the problem? For me, just turning the resolution scaling down. Like I said, I think this game, this game apparently has some HDR issues with it as well, right now. And it's also because I'm recording with OBS and not Bandicam, because this game doesn't, work on Bandicam, doesn't pick up on it. I'm not sure why. Usually that's only like a id game that uses something other than, DirectX, but whatever. What screen and chair am I using? The screen I'm using, I can actually show you. It is an Gigabyte Aorus 5132U. And my chair is, what is the name, brand of this thing? Like the Titan or something like that. I forget that you're from, Secret Lab Titan. With a specially designed, like, fabric instead of pleather. But yeah, I gotta do more experimenting with my new setup, I guess. Like I said, still need to get a new GPU. If I had a better GPU than a 1080 Ti, wouldn't even have it probably an issue. That's what's happening is my OBS, my encoding is getting overloaded. Because, 1080 is kind of an old car at this point. A little bit, But we're running smooth now. Not like I finished this level last night, but it's keep going, huh? Gaming chair is good for your back. Well, you definitely want a chair that has good lumbar support. A lot of them come with, like, pillows for that. This one actually has a dial-in, like, internal mechanism, but lets you, like, dial in amounts of, like, lumbar support that you want. So if I want more lumbar support, I can crank a dial and it adds more, like, lump to it. But, I also have a standing desk, so if I want, I can actually put my desk into, activate the lift drive. The lift core, the hydraulics in my desk legs, and use it in standing mode. Sentinel laser is so much better than this game. It's only good in single player, though. In multiplayer, this gun has a lot of, kickback on it, so it's constantly, you're fighting the beam. So as you're trying to hit a moving target with it, you can only usually hit someone with it a few seconds at best, if that. For an entire, like, several seconds of beam. In single player, though, there is none whatsoever. Solid as a rock. Yeah, they actually changed the balancing for weapons in multiplayer and single player. They're different. There's a few guns I've noticed that with. For some reason you thought I got a 20 series card? I've been hoping I could get a 3080, but at this point I guess I should wait for like the 4000 series. But even that'll be impossible to get because of, you know, scarcity and scalpers. I'm guessing this grapple hook is very necessary for anyone doing speed runs of this game, right? 4000 should be Q3 2022, meaning you can buy one in 10K in 2024, huh? Sadly, your logic is, you know, straight on the, you know, well, correct. Couldn't think of the right term to use, but I just think, you know, it's right. I don't know if we'll ever get back to a time when you can buy a, you know, graphics card at, you know, market value. What sucks is that earlier this year I had the opportunity to get a 3080 with the because of you know, the bit of, well, kind of like almost like a queue. You get in, you like put your email address into EVGA. They'll email you like, hey, here's your chance to buy a card, and they did that, but the email went to like the secondary like email. What was it, like, the considers it an advertisement, so it didn't alert me, like my Gmail account didn't. So I was like, oh, thank you, Gmail. And by the time I found it, it's like, oh, it's been 24 hours, so you only had like a couple hours to actually buy it. But whatever, my monitor this year is my tax write-off, I guess, for the big, you know, hardware buy. Bought a bunch of shit on Amazon. I was doing Christmas shopping. I got my little brother Shin Megami Tensei 5, chat. That's right. He's gonna be the one playing these, you know, Persona-esque games, not me. Because he's into that stuff. He's also getting that Fire Emblem, like, that recent Fire Emblem game he wanted. You've already found a way to launch yourself across the map? Yeah, I've seen videos of it, of them, like, using the hammer to smash the warthog, and then they grapple onto that, and they get flung across the map. Halo physics is funky. The good bro? He's the good bro? I mean, hey, he's the neat bro. He kind of like a bit of a shut-in, but hey, the modern world's a scary place. Can't really say I blame him. Three Houses, got that a few months ago. Solid game. It's one he actually circled on his list that he wanted the most. My mom got him that, and I got him, you know, Shin Megami Tensei. Praise Amazon. Well, their service is pretty good, but they're as a company, they got some issues.
Look, that terminal should give us what we need.
Also, Nanali, thank you for your first time subbing. Thank you very much, in fact. Are you new here? If you feel like telling us about yourself, please do so, or just saying hi. But if you want to lurk, that's fine too. Sometimes people just want to watch in silence and don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to talk to any of you dumbasses. I just want to, like, you know, make me laugh, clown. But hey, that's a perfectly legit reason. I respect. On the scale of evil conglomerates, Amazon and Microsoft, at least, honestly, these days Microsoft is, you know, the saint compared to a lot of other companies. They used to be like the evil corporation. People like literally, you know, spelled their company name, M then money symbol. But these days, compared to like Facebook and Amazon and others, Jesus, they're nothing compared to, you know, getting rid of outcompeting Netscape Navigator and everything else is nothing compared to the anti-competitive stuff some other companies do. Oh, that, no, don't need that gun. God. You know, I'm not sure what's more... Fighting, like, laser drones is not exactly engaging. Google got on my shit list with that anti-criticism? I haven't kept up with every single controversy these companies do. Facebook is now Meta. I know they changed their name because in the next few years we're all going to be, you know, full diving into VR and AR worlds. Possibly. I think we're still a few more years out from, you know, full on, you know what, just plug me in and like hook up a, like, you know, an IV to me. But might be there eventually. I certainly don't want Facebook, though, to be the ones in control of it. Saw your YouTube videos not quite some time, but this is the first time I catch you live. Thanks for your effort, Alba. Thank you for actually giving me a chance, and I hope you enjoyed my stuff. My live streams are a bit different from like my videos, because much more casual, but just as you'll nitpicky sometimes. Depends on the game. Also, find out I'm not just a total asshole who dislikes everything. I'm actually easy to please, believe it or not. That's the most surprising thing that some people seem to find about me. Like, wow, this guy is actually not super jaded. He doesn't really take much of pleasing. Just don't suck. Bustin' makes me feel good. He likes chalky milk. I like chalky milk and nuggies. I have the food taste of a 5-year-old. Hey, recent thing is Keanu Reeves getting excited about people modding cyber. Hey. He's actually okayed it. It's okay to have sex with Keanu Reeves in video game and in Minecraft. Glad to see Mike been so long. He's been here a bit more often recently, actually. Haven't you, Mike? He missed this. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't be able to stick around, stay away either.
Interesting. Good news first. We're close. There's a banished structure above us. It's big. Oh.
Playing NFTs, Keanu laughed and went, so they're fucking worthless. Well, a lot of them are just...
For you.
Applying value to things these days is getting more difficult. Traditional ideas are starting to fall away, and sometimes just what people are willing to pay for it is becoming the value of it. I mean, you could technically make the same argument about Bitcoin itself compared to NFTs. You're just buying ones and zeros.
Do I have your attention, Spartan? Do I? You feel his pain. Each twist of my blade hurts you as much as him. He will not die by my hand, but he will suffer.
How many rewrites I think they went through with this, bad guy until they realized there was no making him interesting.
Victory is our shared cry. A refusal to cower, to bend our weaknesses.
I think they're going for the Peter Pan fairy walking on Master Chief hand vibe. The possibility, but they've always kind of, in the last couple of games, they've always had Cortana in that similar situation of like on a pedestal in front of you, looking small and vulnerable.
Your humanity makes you weak, vulnerable, defeatable. Our time together is ending. I await our final fight.
Chief.
Wow, what an amazing character.
There are coordinates embedded in the message. We're going to find him.
Guess only humans have empathy for people in their species? Apparently so. But I'm pretty sure the others do as well. Like, the elites will at least have honor and stuff. Honor. My honor. But, wow, brutes are just boring as hell. And they always will be. And they're just not helped by their characters. Like, oh, we're like evil, like, monkeys. It's really what everything boils down to. That we're evil monkeys. We like to kill. Rar. Hasn't humanity kicked our alien ass multiple times? I mean, they technically, survived the Human Covenant War. I mean, they technically weren't the winners either. They just survived, and the Covenant fell mainly due to them being dumb. And also the elites, rebelling against them. Dare? What was the last villain you found interesting? Like the last new villain? Well, there's plenty of villains I like, but I liked how they did Boulder in God of War. And I like Jack from Resident Evil 7. He was really good. But the entire family was actually pretty good. But Jack was definitely the show stealer. I'm gonna say something here, chat. I think Jack is a better villain, or like a better villainous, like Resident Evil character, than Mr. X. Jack has everything that Mr. X has, plus personality to go with it, to make him more intimidating. What? Yeah, I know, controversial, right? Also, Miyoku, thank you for your 11 months, man. Sup, cuz? How you? I'm doing pretty good, man. I had some technical issues earlier, but we seem like we have them figured out now. Here comes everyone to tell you how wrong you are. I mean, it's perfectly fine if you like Mr. X a lot. I like Mr. X. He's a fun, villainous, like, stalker character. But in my opinion, the best stalker character in Resident Evil is, Jack. I just really liked just how freaking insane he felt. Along with just being almost unstoppable. It was just more character to him than Mr. X. While Mr. X is just literally untalking, he can't be really, nothing phases him, he just like looks at you. I mean, he's intimidating in his own way, but I just like literally the fun psychopathy. Psychopathy? No, psychopathy of Jack. Can't argue that. I will say, however, that it was actually Mr. X who jumped through the wall in the original Resident Evil 2 and Jack copied. I know, very well. However, Resident Evil 7 was the one that made it technically a much more impressive feat, and then Resident Evil 2 Remake come out, and they did it there in the exact same way. Like, if we're just talking about things that have jumped through walls before, that even Mr. X loses out. Also, I like Lady Dimitrescu's like character design, but she was in no way anywhere close to being the same level as Jack in terms of how she like follows you through the mansion. It actually wasn't even that impressive. She only does it in like a few areas. Who's your favorite video game villain? Well, I tend to like villains. I've mentioned this before. I like villains who seem like they're really enjoying just being a right bastard. They probably even know they're just being just a horrible person, but they're like, you know what? I'm gonna have fun while I'm doing this. So sometimes they end up being a little hammy, but I really do like characters like Liquid Ocelot, comma between those, not Liquid Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 4, but Liquid and Ocelot, and also Wesker. Senator Armstrong's another one. What about Liquid Ocelot? I would have liked Liquid Ocelot a lot more if he actually had used Liquid's voice like he did at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2. I don't know why they made that change. Well, I know why they made the change, because they completely rewrote what was going on inside Ocelot. With, originally it was going to be a spirit of Liquid in him, and then they changed it to just hypnotism and stuff. Liquid's Japanese voice actor died? Yeah, but that's the Japanese version. Doesn't have to have the same, cast that does the same... I don't know. I don't understand every aspect of it, but still. They could, like, do that for the Japanese version, I guess, but... yeah. I just felt it was because they rewrote what the intended reason for that was.
Wait, there's something ahead, out the window.
Is it window?
I recognize that structure in the distance. Not by sight, but by signal.
Purpose?
Unknown, but the Banished are diverting forces to guard its construction. If it's rebuilt, I can only imagine their intention.
It won't be.
You love Final Fantasy XII? I don't despise it, but I also am kind of bored with it. It definitely feels like a game that went through a lot of development troubles and never really realized its true potential. And it's just a bit of a mess. But hey, it's still better than Final Fantasy XIII. As long as you're not Final Fantasy XIII or its sequels, then you're good. If you had to play one free mobile game, what would you pick? The one that pays me the most money to talk about it, I guess. If I have to. If you're making me choose. But it also, if I wasn't doing it for that, just for like pure entertainment value, it'd probably be one of the ones that's not a microtransaction hell. Which isn't very many of them, but some of them are out there. I love 12, but only got halfway through it. That's a weird statement. I mean, how do you reckon that? I mean, you love it, but you didn't love it enough to finish it? Or maybe just something came up and you never got a chance to finish it. Maybe you still plan to. Generally, if I come across a game I didn't like and I didn't finish it, I wouldn't really like, oh, I love that game. But hey, teach their own. You ever take a morning poop, look in the toilet and think, wow, something big fits? No, I don't think I've ever had that feeling. Sorry, but we don't share that in common. Ever been any video game story that made you feel connected to the world? Mine's FF7, and I'm guessing yours is FF9. I've mentioned FF9, the cast really spoke to me in that game. I really love the cast of it. So yeah, FF9 is definitely one that I just, for years and years, would think back positively on. But that being said, there's FF7 is important to me as well. And weirdly, FF10, as much as I dunk on FF10 all the time, and by memeing on it, I did actually get attached to the characters by the end, and the ending actually, got me worked up when I first experienced it. Good thing the enemies, like, laser cannons aren't that effective when they shoot me with them. Lulu, yeah, Oran is fucking, badass badass, old guy. Well, I call old, he's only like 35, but they portray him like he's 55. I still get a laugh out of that. Oran, 35-year-old guy who's technically been dead for like the last decade and somehow aged while dead. But still only 35, but he seriously looks like he's hitting 50. But that's Japan for you. If you're not like 15, you're like over the hill. You can't save the world anymore. You can only hold the hand of the kid who's meant to save it. You like how the FF7 remake handled the characters? I do too. I thought they actually did a pretty good job of that. You can tell the people who developed it were like fans of it originally, and then grew up and got to make their work on the game they probably grew up playing. What game got you the most worked up? For me, it was the ending of FF15, but I was going through some shit at the time. What got me the most worked up? Like I said, in terms of ending, the one I can almost remember having a pretty, almost crying was, like I said, was weirdly the ending of FF10. I mean, it's not even like in my top 10 favorite games or even endings, but for some reason, I could understand what the characters were going through in that moment. Okay, yeah, I can see why you're sad here. So I can say, yeah, 10's ending is pretty damn good for what it's sense of. I still think 10 could be a much better video game with the setting they created for it. Because it's essentially a world... When you actually think about it, the world of Final Fantasy X has a very similar concept as something like a Dark Souls game. It's a world where death doesn't really even mean anything, but everyone's dying all the time. But dying doesn't necessarily mean you actually stay dead. You can, resurrect and come back and, become, an insane monster from it. So they had some cool concepts with it. But, still they went on the more positive side. That's right, chat. Oran was the first, tainted one or whatever. First one to kindle the flame. Yeah, I remember a lot of people saying that Dom's, stuff in Gears of War really got to them. I only ever played... I didn't play Gears of War 3, I only played Gears of War 2, and I remember him having to, shoot his wife. Because she'd been, tortured into madness. Would you ever consider playing and sending a world of Final Fantasy? The World of Final Fantasy? That was a game, I don't know, to be honest with you. That game started out as a mobile game, didn't it? And then it just got ported to everything else, and it's a bit goofy. It's like, here's all these cameos. It's almost like a Kingdom Hearts game in that respect. I don't know if it's really worth playing, though. Maybe at some point. I don't want to promise it, though. Kind of felt bad for Titus toward the end, knowing he was going to die, but to save the woman he was totally in love with. Yeah, like I said, I could definitely understand, where it was coming from at that point. So I think that is one reason, yeah, it got me worked up back when I first experienced it. Like I said, it was exactly one of the most, it was technically one of the, since I hadn't actually played Metal Gear at the time, that was the most cinematic game I'd ever played at the time. Everything else had been much, smaller in scope. So that was my first time experiencing a truly cinematic video gaming experience too. And well, I guess I got good weapons, I don't need to worry about things. I just went backwards too. Pretty sure, yeah, I've looked out this window already. Turn-based game with cameos. Yeah, I know it's got a lot of cameos from Final Fantasy. But everything's super chibi, and you also have non-chibi mode as well. But I don't know anything about it beyond that. When Noctis asked his father to trust him just before all the ghosts of the old king stabbed him and made me cry. I do like that ending, however, they didn't really set up enough emotional bait for me with that game. Like, especially with him and his, like, bride-to-be. That didn't really sell at all with me, because they had nothing but, like, one moment together right as she was dying. I actually, you know, sympathize way more with the villain of that game than the main character. But I think there was just too much that was cut out of Final Fantasy 15 that really crippled it. But I do like what was there still, regardless. You can take a lot of beam. Vaguely remember Final Fantasy 15 had like the movie tie-in. Yeah, I actually watched that Final Fantasy 15 movie before when I was working on the video for that. It's pretty bad, to be honest. I'm guessing it was like cobbled together from ideas that were originally going to be in the game, but they ended up cutting. Spoilers, Sean Bean dies, yeah. It's not even a spoiler, everyone knows that's gonna happen. There has never been a game that has made me cry, maybe I'm a sociopath. Like I said, there hasn't been a game that's made me cry, but there's definitely made me games that made me like, choke up on the inside. Or like, made me have to resist crying, I suppose. Any more of those beams lying around? Why is there a grenade launcher under the ground? Whatever. Did Sarah's death in The Last of Us make you sad? She was the one who got infected near the beginning, right? Or was that his daughter? Neither one really did. I mean, they acted it well, but it didn't really affect me any. What about Joel's death? Well, that just enraged everyone. But I guess it was meant to make you angry too. But I've always got the impression that Joel's death was supposed to feel like sickening and unfair and make you just as angry as Ellie was about it. That's what they were going for, but that's, you know, in a video game. That would work possibly in like a movie or a book, but in a video game, that's not a good feeling to have the player, go through that. Seems like I didn't really pay off as well as they hoped. Nicolas Cage is Master Chief. Pretty sure in the TV show they'll just have the regular guy voice him, since I don't think he'll be taking his helmet off. Nicholas, but Neil Druckmann to be like, why did you many people want to kill Abby? Did he? I don't think he actually said that, did he? Like, I can disagree with the guy, but still think he's a good writer, and generally he is a good writer, so I guess he just, one, maybe miscalculated a bit, because I've read stories where things like similar events have happened, sort of like when a character has like been killed off in such a way, and I actually enjoyed them. But that kind of thing works better in like passive fiction instead of like video games where you're expected to engage in the entertainment. A much harder sell there. Night. Hey, Mike, you have a good night, man. Thanks for showing up, even for a little time. Hate Neil Druckmann because he's friends with Anita Sarkeesian. Well, I hate to tell you this, but I'm actually married to her. So I'm afraid you're going to, like, really get used to that. No, but, one... I can understand being, definitely disagreeing with Anita Sarkeesian as well, but I'm not gonna just hate someone just because they might know someone else. That's the whole guilt by association thing. And definitely he's probably influenced by the way she thinks on her ideals too, but hey, that's another story altogether. Cortana ASMR again, yeah, I'm waiting to find out what that's all about. Holy shit, is the name still relevant? What name? I gotta stream my marriage? Well, that seems like an awfully personal event to go streaming something like that. I have terrible taste in women. You know what a joke is, right?
Cortana, former UNSC AI Leonidas stands with you. How should I proceed?
Population?
Laconia Station currently holds 76 Spartan 4s. They have orders to stand against you.
Short-sighted fools. You have served me well, Leonidas. Your sacrifice is appreciated.
Understood. Goodbye.
Wow.
No. She took out the training facility? Those Spartans,
All gone.
all of them? Why would she...
Let's move.
Thanks for subbing to my Tier 3 OnlyFans. Hey, are any of you like Tier 3 OnlyFans subs out there? Don't be ashamed. You like what you like. We live in a brave new world, chat. You don't have to be ashamed for what you spend your money on. Am I? No. I've resisted the siren call of all the waifus there.
There will be no more siblings. No more.
Who is this, Anita? She's kind of like, isn't a big deal anymore, but for like a few years ago, she was a big deal in terms of like advocacy for like, you know, better storytelling relating how women are treated in video games is the gist of it. But her ideas were also flawed in a lot of ways because she had, you know, she made a lot of YouTube videos and some of them presented really bad misinformation, I felt.
There's another lift nearby. It'll take us close to the surface.
Very intense selective editing, to say the least. But you gotta be careful on this topic. It's a massive can of fucking worms. You know what? Just keep, this weapon is so good, why would I ever switch off it? If you have infinite money, I would buy all the people of the world as modern slaves. Sadly, I need my money. Well, technically the world does have infinite money. It's because you can print as much as you want since it's not actually tied to anything solid anymore. It's all just credit. So, infinite money exists. It's just that if once you start actually printing too much of it, you get, you know, inflation and then hyperinflation. But, also, I think you need more than just money to, like, make everyone your slave. Because if you're paying them, they're not slaves, they're actually employees. The whole slavery thing was not about paying them to work for you. Seriously, the Sentinel laser is insane, has way too much ammo. Yeah, or at least in this level where all the robots drop it. Like I said, if it was this good in multiplayer, everyone would fight over this weapon, but most people rarely even use it in multiplayer.
And it's not powered up. The Banished are trying to trap us down here.
What if you just...
We're going to need
oh,
to find
hello.
a way to get it back online.
If I can print that money, then I can make them poorer while paying them in the same time equals modern slaves. Again, this is not how that works. People know if their money is being devalued because they have to like spend $1,000 to buy a can of Coke. Hyperinflation is usually pretty hard to not notice. I was talking about Anita Sarkeesian. Oh yeah, we were. But then again, it's a conversation that goes so fast you forget which particular topic of discussion was going on surrounding the lady. What is my opinion on the Dark Souls games, since you never did a YouTube video on them except Sekiro? Sorry, not a native speaker. That's perfectly fine. Your English is actually very good. Better than most actual native speakers. I actually recently just finished playing Demon Souls, so I have played a bit more than just Sekiro. In general, I like them. I like what they try to accomplish. I like that there's a game that actually does want people to just, you know, man up and fucking deal with the difficulty. Like, I actually do not agree with the idea that every game needs to come with an easy mode. Especially since 99% of games actually do come with difficulty selecting, so I'm perfectly fine with there being a certain subset of games that don't have any difficulty selectings at all. Other than, you know, going on, using multiplayer to add more friends to help you out. So yeah, I do respect them. They're not my favorite series by any stretch of the imagination, but a lot of respect for them. And like I said, I still haven't played Dark Souls 1 or 3. I have to do that at some point. I'll be playing Elden Ring when that comes out. Yeah, I need to find Power Thief. Alright, where am I getting Power Thieves? Back here. What do you think of the libertarian idea of bringing back the gold standard? One, I'm not a libertarian, and I don't think you'll ever see a return to the gold standard. That's one, gold isn't that great anymore, to be honest with you. There's a reason a lot of companies, countries actually got off the gold standard. It's because it actually tends to make things. There actually is more uncertainty. There's more boom and bust. You can actually look back at the data, and there's more boom and busts back when countries were actually on the gold standard. Hold on, I got a kill. So it's a bit of a myth that having your currency pegged to the gold standard creates more stability. The data shows that no, it doesn't. In fact, there's way more like recessions and everything else just being on it. Of course, libertarians will usually argue against this. Like, can I not? Is this like? Oh, no, the same gun I wanted. I don't see any country ever returning to it. Strangely enough, didn't El Salvador recently it didn't really peg its dollar to like Bitcoin, but they made Bitcoin like legal tender there. There we go. No, wonder how that future will shake out. The world's population is way too large for gold standard. Yeah, it'd be very weird however the currency would work out if everyone tried to go back onto it right now.
You will die for your insolence against me.
Oh, God, he's a very, very thick brute. Economics with Dartigan, I guess so. Like I said, I am no economics real expert, so please don't take my advice or as anything other than just me giving opinions, not actual advice.
Looks like we're trapped in here.
Mr. Dartigan, can I go to the bathroom? You can, but you actually will need a hall pass. Just take the wooden you'll beam next to my desk, whatever you're using for the hall pass. Back money with the OnlyFans standard since everyone and their mother has one. Even their mothers? Oh my God, that's gonna be awkward. My economics teacher was also the volleyball coach, so I know nothing of the subject.
A teleporter just powered
Hey,
up.
maybe he made good investments and, didn't need to, worry about money anymore, so that's why he just played volleyball. Got a lot of interesting emotes, Puff. Does Puff have a lot of emotes? You've been subbing other channels, huh? Am I the only one who thinks this game is special type of soulless? Well, yeah, there's not a lot of ambition, other than, it's that open world to it. The joke on the last South Park movie that they switched to Bitcoin as a national currency and they'd only had 30 economy crashes. Yeah, it might be the case, who knows?
The only way out of here is via that teleporter.
Oh, the teleporter. Also, Fanboy, thank you for the 14 months. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all the other holidays that happened too close together. Oh, well, you've covered all the bases. But thank you for the sub as well. Alright, do I plug this in? Save me from myself. Eva's getting ready to a football spike. Let me just point out, this thing I'm carrying is part of multiplayer. It's called Stockpile. It is the worst gameplay type, and it's constantly what you have to do in big team battle. Let me give you a demonstration of what Stockpile is for the entirety of the gameplay. Oh, got one of these. Let me grab another one. Throw that, grab another one, throw that, grab another one, throw that, then move up. Grab the one that just threw, grab that, throw it, grab that, throw it, grab that, all the way back to your base, and you gotta do that 3 times. It's just a conga line of you chucking metal batteries. It's the worst. But you have to do it more than any other gameplay type in big team battle. Is free will a joke, in my opinion? We're getting very philosophical now. I do believe we have free will, that things are not predetermined, if that's what you're asking.
What's it doing here? It's beautiful.
We need more power.
More power. Need more. Snake, you're not... Snake. Master Chief. You're not our boy. You're not a blue, you're not blue and you don't carry a katana. So if a guy in a black trench coat walked up to you and asked you if you wanted to take a red pill and a blue pill, you'd take the red pill? Have I been invited to like the mysterious room and had all the other weird shit happen to me first? Because if someone just offering me drugs on the street, I'm gonna say no to both. There was a little bit more context surrounding the whole red pill, blue pill stuff in the Matrix. You think the Chief could take a Space Marine from Warhammer? No. Not even close. Oh, shit.
I need no armor.
I mean, just based on... I mean, put it this way. There are like tens of millions of Master Chiefs in, you know, the Warhammer universe. And some of them, they're way bigger and tougher than him could ever be. Can't believe there's a balance between free will and predestiny. I don't really believe in such a thing as predestiny. Okay. Not worth keeping though. Doom guy absolutely destroys Master Chief, but if we're going by the more recent Doom games, then probably he does, based on speed alone. But let's not like count Master Chief out. Master Chief is like got some advantages. He can just sit there and like take a beating from his energy shields and shit. But yeah, in it versus like your average Space Marine, I think Master Chief wouldn't really hold up very well. Hello, Dartigan. Big bonk goes burr. Big bonk doesn't go burr. What is it bonking though? But how you doing? Alright. Zip.
Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there.
Let me clarify, I do believe humans have free will, but I also believe that there is a destiny set before us. I mean, you can believe that, I don't. That's up to you to, I mean, there's no way you can actually disprove such a thing anyway, so it's really up to each individual to come up to their own mind on that. Once you get into the world of belief, no matter what the subject topic is, it's really just up to your own, you know, personal, you know, standards. Have I played No Man's Sky? I've never played No Man's Sky. But I do know it definitely has improved because the developers have stayed committed to it, which is something I respect. That's our world.
This is not a negotiation, Lord. This is your surrender. My terms are clear. You are aware of my capabilities, and I am fully acquainted with yours. If the Earth's government wants to fight, feel free. But hear this. It is a battle.
Oh fuck, they messed up Australia. Oh, that's one of those the Guardians that have not played into this game at all. It makes sense to target Australia first.
She threatened Earth?
Her forces led an assault on the UNSC in Sydney. Wiped it out.
Wiped out the headquarters?
All of it. We had to hide, regroup, come up with a plan
To stop her?
to survive.
I think BioWare would have gone back to the Milky Way if Mass Effect Andromeda didn't fail. Yeah, they probably would have kept going with that, but you know, probably for the best. Stay in the Milky Way. Plenty you can do there. Cortana destroyed Sydney, yeah, I mean, it's bound to happen one day.
It asked and I answered.
Didn't this rampancy stuff with the AIs begin in Bungie's older first-person shooter game Marathon? There were like AIs in that also went rampant and crazy. Love this storytelling style, the holographic flashbacks. Yeah, for things that we didn't even see.
That's not good. It's like someone doesn't want us to leave. Plug me in. This should be simple enough.
Please stop just making me go to places and plugging Cortana into terminals.
Atriox, leader of the Banished. How do you stand?
With the banished. Always. Forever.
And you understand the consequences of defiance?
I do. Do you?
The intricacies of any action are complex. The reactions numerous, yet mostly predictable.
That's the brute
Look
homeworld.
upon Doisek one last time, and remember, you chose this path.
As did you, Cortana.
She destroyed their home? Escherum's? Atriox's? An entire planet? How could she do that?
Yeah, that's kind of what we call crossing the moral event horizon.
How?
I should have stopped it. I could have reasoned with her.
Could you? It was her choice, her programming.
Was it? I don't know anymore.
There's something you're not telling me. I'm...
The only way to access the ring, to reach Cortana,
was to make a copy. I'll get this open. Reconsider.
The consequences of your...
Back to your conservatory, monitor. There's your grav lift. Let's get this over with.
And remember, you chose this path.
You know, Cortana never did the snapping her fingers thing in previous games.
I'm her?
yes. An exact copy. It was the only option we had left.
My routines, systems.
All copies. Halsey removed any information that could compromise you.
Wow, like I didn't see
You're
this
her.
coming.
If we'd never met.
Will I do what she did? Become what she became? Am I that already?
My mission was to ensure that doesn't happen. It still is.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That wasn't me. It can't be.
Question, you said this was an exact copy. What happened to her boobs and
I
ass?
shouldn't be here.
Did they also take, like, you know what, let's desexify her in this old non-homicidal version?
Was to destroy me. I've restored the deletion protocols. I'm ready. It has been an honor. Just promise me one thing. Whatever happens, save him.
Don't want to know the history of John's password?
He
Not
needs
yet.
you.
But
He
no,
really
actually, go ahead and
has.
tell me. I guess that's not a spoiler.
We do it together.
Yeah, I don't remember Cortana ever snapping her fingers. Do you guys?
How can you trust me?
I don't. But I want to.
but in like 7 or 8 years, you'll definitely need to be deleted because I tried to like not delete her before, and that's when she went bad. Maybe a few times in game.
Let's go save him.
Let's go save our good friend, what's his name? Played Halo 1 to 4 recently, Cortana never snaps for me. Yeah, so they added like some kind of mannerism she does in this game, just so that she can have this realization about herself here, that she never used to do. Am I uncomfortable with this tension? Are we that tense right now? Well, now that they made the brutes sympathetic by blowing up their planet by an evil Cortana, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't be like vaporizing them into dust. They might be the last of their kind. Nobody mad at Master Chief for being to blame for Cortana going rampant. Well, technically he's not. I mean, they were like lost in space for like a couple of years, so she would probably been deleted had that not happened. And they couldn't really delete her out there out in space, I guess, at the time either. So, eh. Good woman. God damn, gun. You're scarily strong. Basically did some Cortana character assassination to make this... Well, no, this is actually better than what she had going for her in 5 at the very least. I mean, they essentially... Everyone hated the story in 5. This is them trying their best to undo the damage. More or less. Well, most people didn't like 4 either. But 5 was like just a ghetto curb stomp on everyone's character, and no one liked it. So like, okay, we're gonna just take all that shit we started doing in 5, not even pay any attention to it. Just everything's been redone. Off screen. There, you happy? That's why you're not fighting Guardians, or like, no, that's in here, Cortana's already been deleted and dead. You got her younger, sister, like, version of herself. Everything's, new again. But same as always. They tried to do something new, and doing something new was scary, and no one liked it, because Halo is kind of like just stuck. It's like cast in concrete. You try to change it too much, and everyone's like, I don't know about this. This ain't getting me hard, Chief. No, StarCraft Brood War had, Kerrigan become a villain. But people like her.
It seems their feeble minds cannot contain the power of her words.
Close space, off limits, still there. They were still there. The only ones.
You should feel honored, human. The truth has apparently set you free.
Price paid. Sentence given. We never knew. So old. So far.
Bring him to her chambers. She has more to tell him. If his mind can last.
Player is actually the real villain online. I just realized I didn't turn my graphic settings back up from when I turned them down earlier. Cortana from this game is cartoonishly evil. Well, actually, the Cortana from this game is, been nice and sweet. The evil Cortana is dead, or apparently deleted off screen in probably some kind of comic book or something. Oh, that's only gun to use in a hallway. Finally ran out of ammo with this. This little guy was carrying a sniper rifle and a grenade launcher, and wasn't using either one. But then they also went and ruined Kerrigan by making her like human again, and like in StarCraft, the newer StarCraft game, didn't they? I remember a lot of people getting pissed off about that. Blizzard has been Blizzard actually used to have a lot of really good female characters, and they've been systematically ruining them over the past couple of years. Like, didn't they also do something in WoW that pissed everyone off with like the undead archer elf lady? Like they tried to make her like the new big badass or something, but then they also fucked it all up. Novel or comic Shadows of Reach has some details about it. With how Cortana was deleted off screen and on whatever happened to the Guardians. Don't know Halo enough, but it seems like they did Cortana's character arc off screen and turned her evil way too quick. I still don't even know why she decided to turn evil. She just did. She's like, you know what? Taking over the galaxy sounds nice. It'll be better under my control. Like, where did that idea come from? Like, she claimed to be cured of her rampancy in Halo 5 as well, because she connected to the Forerunner network. And so she just... Then after she got cured of it, she's like, you know what? Now that I'm free and living forever, why not rule everyone? Did Dartigan shadow ban my comments on this ender? No, I have not. I just don't always see every comment. Dartigan's ending is mess. See, your comments out there.
We made it.
I just don't also read every comment I read as well. And sometimes I just see it and move on.
I'm picking up something.
But I don't feel like I'm purposely ever ignoring anyone. That's not the case. Sometimes I just have limitations on how many words my mouth can spit out every few seconds.
What's wrong?
I know where he
Or sometimes one person's comment will be better than that, so I focus on that one and like have more of a conversation on it. Trust me, Chad, you're all equal with my love. I love all of you equally. No one's being favored or disfavored here. And shadow banning isn't even a thing on Twitch when it comes to comments. Alright, where am I? So we're on the final section of the island or whatever. Island, we're in the space. You know what I mean. We're over here now. Alright, what do we got? The road. Oh, come on, work with me. Repository completed. Locate and rescue the pilot. Night all, you have a good night. Oh, they turned Windrunner, the undead elf, and evil and made her into the main antagonist. Yeah, she was like, yeah, I remember that, but then they did some other crazy shit recently with like a new expansion, where she like worked for some guy who's basically Thanos. Can't believe we might be able to finish the game tonight. Yeah, I was looking iffy there for a while when I couldn't get the game to run on OBS. Like, the objective is right there, but I don't see anything to actually do here. Two more missions, you say?
Suggestion is not unwise. Flare out!
Good. In the final stretch now? Yeah, well, we should be able to finish tonight, thankfully. I might have to go back and replay like the first couple missions just so I can have, you know, because I had some I didn't record the audio from those first two streams of it, apparently, because of my settings in OBS. Usually the most of the time I use audio in a video is at the beginning anyways. Oh, is that a Wraith tank for me? I've only got to drive one of these once in multiplayer, they so rarely appear. It's a rocket hog. Actually, no. I got better weapons for you. No. Here, you take this.
Take it if you need it, Chief.
And you guys are gonna come along with me on my tank. Well, one of you is. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Fine. Be a dick. Wraith tank or Scorpion? Scorpion's better, right?
Climbing aboard.
One of you's gotta be the gunner, though.
I'm aboard. Manning the gun. That's what I like to see, Chief. Report in, Maurice. They'll be back. Count on it.
Splinter group called the Banished that first showed up in Halo Wars 2, basically. Hold on a second. Yeah, but they're not. I guess if you haven't played Halo Wars 2, they're a little like, huh, who are these guys? Who dis? New Halo, who dis? Laura Bailey, is that who's voicing my Marine? Everybody nod their head.
Nothing like watching a scar.
Halo Jam. ow.
Keep it tight, Marines. Nice work, Chief. You can't be my ass.
This section looks fun. This is a section that's been in like every Halo game where you get the tank and then let you go ham while the music plays. Oh shit.
I like my organs where they are.
Uh-oh. Move my tank! Oh, there's another one.
We clear? You ain't leaving us out of this.
Not quite the same as a Scorpion though, is it? However, I got really good with these in Reach. I've only got to use one once in this game's multiplayer, and I noticed that the cannon doesn't have nearly as much damage anymore. Destruction of Earth means no more Spartan 4s, and I'm with Cortana because fuck Spartan. I don't think she destroyed Earth, she just like took it over and destroyed Sydney. Yeah, it was the Brute homeworld that got destroyed. Brutes suck. Yeah, I don't really care about their homeworld, but you know, we are probably like killing the last of their species here. And they kind of have a reason to be kind of pissed off too about humans now. Oh, let's run you over with the boost.
I'm guessing that's it. The House of Reckoning. I was right. It really is a suitably ominous name. How do we get in there?
We fight.
Really? This one's going down now too? Shit. Fuck. Well, that sucked. Such a great moment, and then like, all your tanks are like made of cheese paper.
Burning over here.
Well, now we get to keep the Scorpion longer. Can you kill that guy, or do I have to do it for you?
How we looking? Another wait for the good guys.
Too bad they won't get in that tank and drive it. I don't think the AI can drive anymore like it could in the old Halo games, can it? Ooh. Wow, good shot. Just one rocket. Well, this is why you shouldn't have a tank where you're like your driver is uncovered and not with no safety.
Can't kill a bunch of cockroaches, huh? Pathetic. Nailed him. I think we did it. Did we do it?
You understand what they're saying in this song in this section? Cause it's You're the Hero. It's big damn hero music, that's why. I think I might need to get out the Scorpion, it's a bit too busted up. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage.
Lead the way.
It's not a sports car, but it'll do.
Yeah, oh, dude.
Enemies going for cover.
Can't have gone far.
Do you think Halo ever would have been as popular if it hadn't had this theme music? I mean, well, for me, the music was what attracted to me at first. That was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea.
Hey, check your damn fire.
multiplayer and the music. Well, the first game didn't have online multiplayer, it was local only. Just sit back and bombard this from a distance, safely. Oh yeah, that aiming, though, my Halo Reach, oh fuck, you shot me in the ass! My Halo Reach muscle memory of, like, shooting that arc out of skill coming back to me a little bit.
The House of Reckoning.
Get away from that tank, that's my new tank.
I was right. It really is a suitably ominous name. How do we get in there?
We fight.
Or is this meant to make it so I can't actually get in there? Well, no, there should be a switch on the other side, right? Alright, we'll come back for this one. I need a new gun, though. This one's not gonna do it. And you guys are packing some heat. It's been 11 years since The Force Unleashed 2 Unleashed. Is this like its anniversary then?
Push forward.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Gotta go over the wall. Wood. No, not Craig. I've killed 1,000,000 Craigs, and 1,000,000 more will die by my hand. Oh boy, slow down. We got, bring the real fire back. Jesus. Never mind you. If you guys can kill it, kill it. Considering you get spikers, grenade launchers, and other shit, you might be able to do it. Oh, no, you just got fucked. Well, they still did a pretty good job. They killed most of the shit down there. They were all 2 weeks from retirement. Hey, 2 of them left. One of you can be my gunner now. Become my gunner. No? Alright then. Friendly AI has improved somewhat because they automatically take better weapons. It seems that way. But there's other ways it's, not as good. Like I said, they can't drive anymore on their own. You used to be able to play the gunner in a Warthog if you wanted, let the AI drive.
Advancing. What makes the grass grow green?
Ow, 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 ow. This is just a blitzkrieg now. Kill everything as fast as I can. Oh, fuck. Well, they can't blitz me. What difficulty is this on? This is on normal difficulty. I wasn't out to impress anyone in this game. I saved that for Doom playthroughs. Can't drive because there's not pathfinding, and well, they had that back in the old one, so I don't know why they couldn't do it in this one.
Damaged one.
Right, don't get yourselves killed this time, I need all of you.
Saw that shot.
Damn it! What? They're lobbing grenades! Incoming!
One less heading.
This should go a little better. I got back up now. Something about arc firing when you land it that feels really good.
Ghost on approach.
It was really satisfying to go on like a, you know, a wraith killing spree back in Halo Reach, though. It might have been too strong. Delete. Going so well. The way you said delete reminded me of Death Note. How so? Never watched Death Note, mind you. You, give me... Oh no, actually that's pretty shit. Started blowing all to hell. But we can use it while we need it. No more tank though. Alright, let's get in the really shitty chopper. See if we can actually do anything with it. Worst vehicle in the game. I'd rather have the Gun Goose. Gun Goose is actually kind of OP almost. Oh fuck. Ooh, that guy got fucked up. Gun Goose is beautiful. It's actually, the weapon on it is really good. You can basically use it almost like artillery fire. Like this one, but without all the horrible steering.
Glad the big guy's fighting for us.
Like really, if you want to use this gun, if you want to use this thing in multiplayer, never actually take it in the middle of a firefight. You gotta stay back at a distance and shoot at people. You can't like, it's trying to like steer it. It doesn't steer well enough to be, it's not maneuverable at all. Best way I found to use it, just step back at a comfortable distance and like pour fire into like an area that you need to control. Night guy, yeah, whoever's leaving, you have a night guy, you have a good night. Hope you enjoyed yourself tonight. Do I enjoy RTS games? I've never been able to get into an RTS game. They've never been me. I don't have the mentality of just sit there and control entire armies with clicks and like do remember all the macros and everything else. It just, I will never be good at those. All the tanks are like wiped out. How was your day, Daddy? Finishing Halo tonight. Wow, Daddy, huh? I'm moving up in the world. So far, I've been pretty good. I've been hoping to finish Halo tonight. I've been told it seems likely. This is like the only guy who survived the entire ordeal. What a trooper. Apparently, I think this tank is still working, right? It is. Don't know why they got out of it then. I'm Darted Dad. Apparently, to a lot of people, I have become their father figure. Is it my soothing, like, dad-like voice? Oh, they welcomed me in for once.
The bridge is down. Looks like the controls are up on that platform.
Is it better than 4 and 5? It's better than 5. I'd probably put it on the same level as 4, to be honest. Which is technically an improvement since 5 was so garbage. Oh, nice. You became dad when you yelled at Dex to shut up. That's every person who has a cat has had to yell at it at some point in their life.
Okay, I guess we're expected.
You don't understand Samurai Champloo? You're not really. It's just, you know, meant to be a really cool aesthetic of, like, kind of mixing hip-hop and, like, samurai times. That's a really awesome last few episodes, though. Those are some damn good fight scenes. Some of the best ever made, actually. You hated the newer FLCM? I wasn't a fan of it either. I only watched one season of it, then I stopped. Like, and I was like, yeah, they didn't seem like they understand it very much. They just made it into like a quirky bunch of characters in anime without the actual reason everything was the way it was.
Right?
E. Blum got to
Definitely
basically
a
play
trap.
Spike again in that show.
Are you even listening?
Well, here's the secret. He's always
Let's
playing
go.
Spike.
Ready when you are, Chief.
But Maria missed the old plasma shot, you know, cannon sound though. Oh well, we had our tank section. I guess we're good. Tried to get into it, but I'm not sure I got it. Hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't feel bad about not liking something.
Where is he?
Unknown. There's an unusual signal up ahead. Maybe that's him.
I thought perhaps that I had misjudged you. You would allow your cohort to die for the greater good. I pity you that I was correct. The House of Reckoning. Such an appropriate name. Many of your kind have entered this arena. None have left. Come, look upon my work. Understand why we won.
Yes, I believe we have an interview with, you know, the Brute with Mean Gene Anderson in the back room. Let's go to it right now. Master Chief, you are weak. Come on, he is straight up just a wrestler at this point. They have like a scale model of a UNSC base in here for like combat reasons. It's like there's just too many like hologram stuff with him and just not enough actual doing anything interesting. You have to have your villain do more than just talk and like grimace. Alright, so looks like there's gonna be a big, this looks like it's meant to be like a multiplayer map almost. Alright, let's go fight our nemesis as the game is detailed. Either gonna be him or like the elite killer. Or like the elite who's like a Spartan killer. Did the new Booker T actually drop the N-bomb interview? Well, he can, right? I mean,
It is no accident that the Banished were able to win so decisively. Arm yourself, Master Chief. Scavenge this battlefield. Know that each item you find is a remnant of their sacrifice, and a testament to our strength.
why do you only have shitty weapons?
Now start this fight.
Oh, still snipe. These are just a bunch of snipers right now. How is this any different from any of the fights I've been in so far? What, you think this is impressive? Wish the flood would return, but more like a Tyranid form. I mean, they were basically that by the end of Halo 3 almost. What were the enemies in Resident Evil 3 Remake that swallowed your head? I don't know. They were a new enemy type. They're like something like the Tyrant guy, you know, the Nemesis put on them. They're like zombies with like headgear. So we're just doing waves of enemies now for this game, huh? Oh, wrong direction. This is just horde mode in single player. Oh, you gave me the laser gun. That was it. Well, we might as well use this first. Who would win, Chief or 100 4th graders dressed up like small aliens? I'm pretty sure Chief will take that one, y'all. Oh, there we go. A real challenge. Stop flying, you goddamn monkey. I got to use this gun much in multiplayer, but I think it's got like tracking a little bit on it. Oh shit, that's the only time that gun he's using is ever scary is in single player. If people could use that like in multiplayer, it'd be like the best gun ever. Oh shit.
Excellent.
Alright, how many more waves we got?
I think that's it.
Oh, that's
We
it.
should keep moving.
I was expecting that to go on for a lot longer than that. When aiming in the bullets will follow your reticle. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I thought they had like an auto track thing going on. Probably why I've kind of sucked with it whenever I try to use it in multiplayer. Hold on, gotta stretch. I was leaning forward a little too hard there. Any gun I want to bring with me? We'll keep this, but and we'll keep this stuff. Go long. You think he's gonna like play for the NFL once he's done with this whole war stuff? I think football would be improved if he had a grappling hooks.
Created the false god Cortana, destroyed my world, my home. But she could not kill the fire that burns in the heart of the banished. It made us stronger. Can you say the same?
Do you work out? And if you do, what is my routine? I do work out. I try to work out as much as I can. Usually like 4 days a week. I have a couple different routines. I don't just have one I do every single day. I have like one day that's mainly focused on push-ups and pull-ups and chin-ups. And dips and then doing some leg exercises. And then my next day is usually focused on bench press stuff. And then I have basically 2 days after that that are focused on, abdominal and core strength. So nothing too crazy, but all pretty, like, standard.
Why is he telling you all this?
Death changes people. It forces you to look at yourself, make a choice.
And what did he choose?
Same as I
Or
would.
death, apparently.
Fight.
Chief killed the Flood. What has Hype Man Alien done besides him? Apparently no one ever wants to, like, acknowledge the Chief has basically killed many brutes at this point. Saved the galaxy a couple times over. But no, you are weak, human.
One settlement held out against
I'm a meme. Everything you find a sin, you do one push-up. Well, I'd be a lot bigger if that were the case. But I usually do about 50 push-ups. 50 to... Well, sometimes it varies. 50 to usually 70 or 80. Depends on how I'm feeling that day when I do push-ups. I'll do them usually in, like, 25 at a time. Do 25, take like a minute rest, then do the next 25. What's up, Green Hood? How you doing? Alright. We'll take this thing with us now I know how to use it. Does it, when you said that the shots you fire are tracked, is it the only track if you're like zoomed in? Or is it when you like use your regular reticle? Gonna make this a meme? Hey, if you want to make it into a meme, be my guest. I don't know if anyone will follow it though. Kinda hard to just force a meme. Wait, we got just in case you thought the first one wasn't enough. Activate. Only zoomed in and it'll follow your reticle? Okay, I'll have to like experiment with it. Their defense chief is most likely a myth. He didn't appear a whole lot during the war, being frozen in space all the time. I can understand. I mean, he appeared enough for them to literally call him the demon.
It was never about ceremony, but about observing choice, reactions, fear. Gather what you need.
This gun and this gun are actually kind of similar, just like human and like alien versions of each other.
Each misstep you make is the ammunition I need to dismantle your spirit.
Every step you
Prepare
take.
yourself for the end.
Can we just, like, fight it out or something already with you and me personally? Oh, it does kind of follow it. But this is a lot of, like, weaklings. We don't want to waste all of our good shots. Done posted and asked Dartigan. Hey, hopefully it, finds, many people who love it. Oh, did you see that sick dodge?
Another test awaits you.
Dude, I'm killing your guys by hitting with the butt of my rifle over and over again. Is this really a test? The Covenant called him Demon, the Banished have not fought Master Chief much before. Okay, they were like not part of the Covenant then, right? They were like off, like, well, they were banished. I don't really know much about their history since I didn't play the RTS games. Uh-oh.
What comes next will destroy all.
All hope will be lost, he said. Oh, whoa, 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 that's a sniper rifle. Oh, fuck. That actually is kind of rough. Get the annoyances out of the way first. Oh, are those gonna go off anytime soon? Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe I should use all this powerful stuff to take out all the small stuff, then I can focus on those guys. Remember in your COD Modern Warfare video where you had a sin about how your brain was struggling to find anything interesting in that game? Because right now Halo is making me feel the same way. They should, because this and COD are kind of like, yo, kissing cousins. Uh-oh. Mean monkeys. A lot of mean monkeys. Were there this many of them that time, or I just get really lucky and destroy them all at once? I'm gonna need the spiker.
Some of our best and brightest.
Wait, stop that. Oh, fuck. What? What got me? Unless they stuck me with a grenade, I don't know. Why are your rounds so bouncy? You know, Master Chief's a fun-loving guy, I don't know. The physics of Halo are always been known to be bizarre. A lot of wasted shots. Let's get all the monkeys that come through here. One monkey. Oh. Well, and I vaporized myself. Take out the little dudes first. Yeah, that's what I've been trying. There's a lot of little dudes in that wave. Here we go. We got them all coming in a line. Are you dogs or are you monkeys? I'm not sure. That grunting made you uncomfortable? Well, it was meant to. I mean, I do that when I sleep, you know. Oh, fuck! Little dick. That's what killed me last time. They came out with all those grenades and a conga line. I need to get those spikers over there. Okay, now that actually does much to you, does it? I got killed by a grunt. Because they took all my stuff away. Usually peaceful back because I had to pull back out of my foot and hurt. Okay, that's a weird statement to read, but I hope you're feeling better. It made like the hunters really fucking tough in this game, didn't they? Like there's no joke about them. Oh, monkey. Wow, that went off target at the last second for some reason. There we go. Alright, remember when you could kill them just by shooting them in the back once? Yeah, with that pistol? Good times, wasn't it? But they've always tried to make them a lot tougher ever since then, ever since that, because it was kind of embarrassing. They weren't meant to be that easy. Like, they are meant, like, hunters are in, like, the lore, like, a bad fucking thing when they show up, generally. Does it make sense for the grunts to be so suicidal anymore now they don't have the Covenant religion? Alright, I think it's mainly the two hunters left now. Oh, shit. Are you liking the hook? Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, but I liked it in Doom as well, where they got the idea from it. Yeah, I think it's just the hunters now. Look at that. Missed. Oh god, it's really so easy to miss with this stupid thing. like how they're getting closer.
There are more waiting.
Hey, out of ammo over that. You made hot cocoa? Oh, nice, man. Is it cold where you're at? Okay, I got one of them. Oh, dead. I bet this part is a bitch on Legendary, isn't it?
We did it. Well, you did it.
They like get the ammo out of that one. So how you doing, Chad? While I was dealing with all that nonsense, you good over there? Right, I think I got the guns I want. So we'll stick with these two. Yes, all right. Thank you. I'm glad that I helped you out in that in your dire situation. Also, Vanderbit's special occasion. I just cremated my cousin. My aunt and uncle wanted to bring him home. He wanted to be a starman, an astronaut, always telling me how to not to blow it. Wanted to blow my mind by becoming one. I'll be waiting and he'll be, I'm sorry for your loss, Green Hood. Hope he lived a good one. I hope you're okay with it too. Or like you'll well, at least not okay with it, but you're doing all right. So where am I going now? Over here. Oh, this final section of the game doesn't really let you explore very much, does it? You're just like, yeah, go through the valley, then go over there probably. But you know what? We're fine with that, aren't we? We're all fine with it, aren't we? Very fine.
This world, looping, repeating, forever. Is it a symbol of life, or a cruel joke by the Forerunners?
Oh, he's a warrior poet now. You are spot on with that description of the final area. Yeah, I mean, clearly I've been, there's just this one valley here. I guess maybe you do something over here. Then again, there's nothing but like terrain over here, so maybe you don't do anything over there. Dude, everyone knows the foreigners were assholes. Well, there was that one lady who, like, apparently was the good one. Hey, whatever happened was being, like, genetically, like, awakened by her. Was that really just for, like, a bit of plot armor against that one machine?
When we struck the infinity, the first dreadnought came from the side. In the chaos that followed, you hardly had time to notice the other three bear down upon you. Do you know how long it took us to neutralize your greatest ship? 4 minutes! In 4 minutes, the Infinity, mankind's finest achievement, became a memory.
I'm not really, I don't care. I never cared about that ship because it had no personality. It wasn't exactly the Enterprise, bro. After finishing the game, you go back to the open world, but the game gives invisible barriers to stop you flying back here. Makes sense, I suppose. Oh, look, there's another third chamber for fighting. Most of this guy's base is just like, scale models. Alright, let's do it all again. What's 4 hunters this time, maybe? I don't know. But it's humanity's flagship, it's iconic. Didn't they have like a second one as well?
But first, our last surprise.
Did I just hear a grunt singing Mary Had a Little Lamb?
The Spartan is close. The end approaches. These may be my last words. Fight, my banished brothers. Never surrender.
That one good form was there so Chief could avoid complete universal digitalization. Didn't see the Wesker emote until the very last second. Which campaign is worse, this or Far Cry? Far Cry 6 by a far degree. That's Echo 216 or whatever his name is. Kid, what, you mean the grunt or something else?
Must take my place. We rise to face the challenge. Blood sacrificed for victory. For the banished.
Like that recording from I barely remember any of these recordings. They're all just been like a guy growling into a bad microphone. Hey, good night. Hey, Conqueror, you have a good night as well, man. Thanks for being here.
Good, Ed. Can you sing? Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi?
Oh, that guy's recording. Okay, no, it wasn't a grunt. It was that recording from that guy.
Good, Ed. Can you sing? Okay.
Any good weapons here, though?
Okay, now say bye-bye.
This is gonna be narrow corridors. Maybe I should switch to a shiny.
How about I miss you?
Alright.
How about I miss you?
Reminds me of that recording in Horizon Zero Dawn. Which one? I have my recordings in that game are not really stuck in my memory there. It's been a while. Where is the button to start the old the killing?
Good, Ed. Can you sing? I miss you. And show Daddy how big you are. I love you, Daddy.
Oh, there it is.
Good, Ed. Can you sing? I miss you. And I love you. I love you, Daddy. So big. Good, Ed. Can you sing?
Oh, the elite guy.
Good hide. Blade Master. Show me why I chose you.
Just stuck a grenade to your head, bro.
No match. Cry out, scream for help. It will not come.
Oh, he teleported away after I stuck him with a grenade. Bullshit.
The last gasp of a failed species.
I was AFK. Is this the boss? It's like the Spartan killer elite guy. But he don't have a grappling hook, so he not balling. I saw you. Well, that was not even tough.
To kill your friend. But I promise
All that build up.
a sweeter kill. Or a warrior's death.
All that for that. Just like I'm an elite with a red sword and a cloaking device. That was the guy that killed all the Spartans. I was expecting a bit more. What's special about his blade other than being red?
Whatever the outcome, know this. The Banished control this ring. We came for war. 1,000 legions occupy this world. The Auditorium will give up its secrets. Your interference is just an irritation.
Seems like there's a lot of banished for like a banished group of people. Master Chief became a Sith. The blade is now his. Well, I don't know what. I think Master Chief probably wouldn't be a Jedi either. He probably would be like with those in betweeners, right? They got like a. Do they have like a name? Like I'm neither Sith nor Jedi. I just know like all this cool shit. Yes, cool shit. Gray Jedi? Well, that's just a Jedi who's like, you know,
on Echo 216.
still a Jedi.
He's right above us.
Mandalorians, well, they're not considered good people. It's only like the ones in the TV show mainly. They still like war and all that kind of stuff.
There he is. We need to get him out of that.
But I'm just talking about people who like know, you know, Jedi powers. Or like, you know, they're one with the Force, but they're neither like a Jedi or a Sith. That's Atriox, right? Not the older one. It's like the one from that was like in the two RTS games. Gray Code follows the Gray Code, which is balance, nor Jedi nor Sith. So are they like disliked by both groups? Like, oh, these guys don't want to pick a side. They're like the moderate centrists, or are they like no, they're independent voters? Is that a new concept, or have they been around since like before the Disney era? Pretty sure they were around before that, right? Yeah, looks we're getting weapons, so clearly we're gonna be fighting here again. What do you want? They vote for weed. We're the Jedis who want to legalize it. Legalized! Well, they would be hated by the Sith at least, since they seek balance. Well, the Jedi wouldn't be too fond of them either, since I'm guessing they don't. I mean, usually when you have like the middle ground between two very strongly opposing groups, neither one really likes them. But there'll usually be one that they get along with more. Qui-Gon Jinn was considered a Grey Jedi. Grey Jedi are really just Jedi who don't follow the Council. The whole both sides of the Force thing isn't that common. I know there's that one character in like the KOTOR 1 that you find in the swamp.
You shouldn't have come for me. I'm...
Microgravity wells.
Hey, when you want to do torture in a video game, but you don't want it to be graphic, just do a like electricity kind of thing like this.
Leave me. Run!
We'll get you out of here.
You will try.
Chief, he's here.
He knows I'm here. This was never a trap. It is a test of metal. Our battle ends here.
Get him out of there.
On it.
It'll take a while though to turn this one thing off. Extra chunky.
Witness. Our story will become legend, told by those that survive you.
That's the start of a good metal song, but not a villain.
Bury you alongside your pathetic friend. Flee! What will you do now, Spartan?
Oh.
is connected to Escherum's shield. Any damage you inflict on Escherum is transferred to Echo 216.
Oh, well, that's a bitch move. You hurt your friend. I don't need to see this again.
Crush you, fool!
Okay. Oh, this sword's already almost out of energy. Oh shit, I gotta cover when he's in a shield, don't I? This fight was insane on Legendary. I imagine so. Usually anything that's really, you know, drawn out in a Halo game is really difficult on Legendary.
So begin. Yes, come close. It will do you no. What will you do now, Spartan?
The machine is connected to Escherum's shield.
Yeah, let
Any
him
damage
just
you inflict
man
on
up, alright?
Escherum is transferred to Echo 216.
The power's transmitted via a series of relays around the room. Let's see if I can... Got it. Relay's exposed. Destroy it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Relay's down, and so's his shield.
Back, human.
He's just very tanky, isn't he? Uh-oh.
Escherum's shield reactivated. Expose the relay.
Got it. Go.
Yes. Just hold on a second. I gotta do some shit. Yo, you're one of those kind of annoying boss fights where I gotta hit buttons. I know he's gonna pull out his hammer at some point. Probably out there destroying all these relays he's got.
Covenant is dead.
Ooh, Spiker. Why am I like sliding? Alright, I'm gonna need one of those buttons again, girl.
Next relay's exposed. Take it out.
He's standing right next to it. Come on, I need you to, like, come around to my side. You think this boss plays, plays online multiplayer and tells strangers who fuck their mom? He feels more like the kind of, like, actually takes it seriously and roleplays while he's doing it. We will go to Valhalla, my brothers! I've actually encountered people who do that. They're really cringy, but you know what? Sometimes they're a fun time.
And it's down. You know what to do.
You refuse to face my challenge. I'll have your head for this.
Okay, we need another gun.
Final relay's exposed. Destroy it.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Sword back, you might as well.
Your hesitation reveals your weakness.
Oh shit. Can't do it while he's out there. You think this, but I guess he's gonna bring out the hammer. No, yep, hammer time.
Last relay destroyed. Echo 216 is finished. Escherum wants you to prove your legend. Time to prove it.
I'm doing it by running away.
Stand and fight. Your last
He's very.
I scarcely felt that. I am not dead yet, Father! Will not be stopped. Not by you.
Uh-oh.
I'll kill you where you stand.
I guess we do have to, like, finish it with the sword, right? Mine, no. Get
did
it,
it.
villain's line,
Help me
get
get him
into
out.
my axe. Oh, well, there's another, like, well, only thing left now is that, like, that squid lady. How you feeling? His charge with the hammer is relentless, on legendary nothing staggers him. Yeah, well, they have to make it hard for that, for the masochists out there, you know. Yeah, I heard you had a kid and a wife.
I can't believe you came for me. So we're done now, right?
Uh-oh.
Fight me.
It's over.
Nothing ends. My death
Like this series.
will inspire 1,000 others. Tell them I died well.
Nope, you done like a pussy. Why would I help you become a martyr?
I don't understand. You showed him respect. He was a monster.
Yes. But at the end, he was just a soldier. Hoping he'd done the right thing.
My death will inspire 1,000 lame villains. Follow in my footsteps. Okay, now we have to definitely make sure we tell everyone he died like a bitch.
Their leader's dead, right?
The intricacies of any action are complex.
What? What are you talking about?
There will be consequences. There always are.
What could be worse?
We need to move. The Harbingers at the auditorium, whatever she's planning.
It's worse. I get it.
I mean, we don't really
I have
know.
one question
We're
before
just
we leave.
guessing at that it's worse.
What is it?
Has anyone seen a pelican? Ow. What? What?
At least it was he final form, yeah.
There was all
Well.
going on. I was busy.
So I'm trying to remember, what was that brute fight like at the end of Halo 2? Where what was his name, Tartarus? Wasn't it basically the same thing as that, where he gets an energy shield where you can't damage him for a while?
Are you ready?
And he just tries to hit you with a hammer eventually?
They're waiting for us. I think they're all
How's the
waiting
game?
for us.
Nearly over.
Did you feel that? It's not too late to
Can I
turn
see
around.
views as they happen on YouTube? I can see how many views it gets per minute if I want to go into detail.
Something feels the silent auditorium. Oh no.
What is it? What's wrong?
I should have realized. That's not what it was called. I've been here before. This is where I locked her down. This is where Cortana died.
What do we call her?
Here, go! Did you hear me? We're here.
Oh no, we can't finish this thought. We have to go now. Can you make these levels look anything like the last couple I've been in, please? It's been nothing but like, here's another metal hallway for a while.
You sure you're okay down there? Want me to wait?
Negative. Go back.
We'll be in touch.
You got it. I'll be waiting for the call. Try not to die. You hear me?
This was a special weapon. I'm not going to be able to use it much longer. It's almost out of ammo. Oh, that's out of ammo already. Give me gun. I demand gun. That'll do. How do you like this red gravity hammer? It's the same as the other gravity hammer, isn't it? Well, axe, I guess, in this game's case. Ow, 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 ow. I wonder what it feels like to be the grunt that you're so good he gets an energy shield of his own. You should go to one of the minor goblins, give him the axe, and say Uruk-hai's final words was making you think the nuke. Yeah, well, you mean one of the flying guys or a grunt? Like, you are the new leader of the Banished now, grunt. He said your name before he died. Well, achieved glory. Still whack him with a stick. Well, I'm really hurting Brambo in this place right now. Small, squeak enemies. Those are the grunts. There's also something that looks more like a gremlin that has all the lightning rifles. Oh fuck! There's a lot of dudes over here.
You're me, and you deserve this.
There's a possibility you're right, but not today. Well, there's not a Jackal Cyber. There's a turret up there. I gotta deal with. Left. Melee only playthrough might be fun, but the thing is, you don't really get a lot of melee weapons all the time. Sometimes you just don't have any. And when you start a new level, sometimes you have a different weapon set from what you ended it with. I wonder how much this damage this does when it doesn't have ammo in it, though. Where's a decent gun? Have a good night. Carebones, you have a good night too, man. Thanks for being here. We'll go with the Shawnee then. There's really nothing in this room. I'm guessing this is the final level. Where am I? Oh, we're over here. Oh, we're not even on the map anymore. Now, you don't even go over here, do you? This is like, yeah, why is this even here? This is like for the DLC expansion area? There's like a temple hidden into this mountain of rock. Like, yeah, you don't even need... This is just here to make the map look bigger. This section you don't go to at all. It's like, no, just do this little alleyway here. Everything else, okay. Let's see how it goes. Probably start a new recording too.
Lost the grunt!
Good. Why don't you send DLCs? Most DLCs don't contain enough to make a video out of. There's enough content. There are some DLCs that would be doable, like say The Witcher 3's, you know, 2 more, what were they, like expansion-sized DLCs? Those would be workable. But yeah, just most doesn't really give me enough to do anything with, and most of it I don't have any interest in working with. I don't really care much for DLC. So it just doesn't really interest in. We're gonna get rid of the hammer now since it's
There must be one nearby.
used
Look
up.
around.
More power seeds. Why can't they make me stop doing that? Yeah, they would also, even if it did, the vids would be very short. You're talking about usually like no more than 5 minutes. Speaking of sins, would you sin or sin gold? You mean that old 90s shooter? I don't know. It's before my cutoff date, since it came out in the 90s. And 2, I don't think there'd be enough plot to really work with. It's mainly just a straight up shooter with like little bitty bits of story every once in a while. So I don't think it'd be worth it. I mean, like, the best sin I'd probably get is, like, you know, at the end you have, the lady without wearing panties who, like, gets you, like, turned on and then get teleported out of there for some reason. Like the evil, big-boobed, evil lady. Maybe if the sequel had ever actually been completed and they had made all the episodes, sin episodes could have been done.
I have seen your future, and I have learned there will be no more sadness, no more anger, no more envy.
Evil big boob lady? That's really all. I don't know her name. I just know that's what was the... She's like one of those, you know, well, she was just, you know, the evil cat... Well, she was just evil and sexy, essentially. You know the trope. Femme fatale, and she's like a company owner, and she, like, made mutant people. I just know there's, like, a famous scene of her, like, getting out of a swimming pool, and she's half naked. The rage makes me warm, It is a warm feeling.
Please come find me.
Ooh, 2 hunters, huh? Am I a femme fatale? Unfortunately, I lack either one of those 2 descriptions. Can someone give me a link so I can avoid it to what, sin? Or are we talking about something else? Are you specifically looking for the scene of the big boobed evil lady? I don't know her name, so that's all I can call her.
I've been waiting for you to show up. What's the plan? Take me back to the Infinity for deletion? Halsey's gonna love that.
Do you want to see it gone?
Atriox, how did you...
It's time to discuss the terms of your surrender.
Well, apparently Atriox just kicked Cortana's ass. So it's a multiverse story? Of what? Her name is Cortana. That was only in, you'll... Well, she was big boobed before she became evil. Then she got sized down after she became truly evil in 5. Why do we always have to talk about... I hate that they I kind of do hate that they sex up Cortana in 4. Because that's now become like the dominant way of thinking about her. Because now I think they have to sex her down so much. Oh, you made something that was simple. You know, now and like, oh, something we gotta have a discussion around. Why? Right, I need like guns that can actually kill these things. Shoddy. At the same time, she was sex. Yeah, it was a good model. I'll give them that much. They put a lot of effort into it. Ow. Fuck. Miss the days when you guys were pushovers. Wait, you sound like Chewbacca now. What the hell was that? You can't just sound like Chewbacca. that this is not a good environment for fighting these guys. Even the hunters are red, huh? You know, that means they got more health, I think. I don't have any good weapons for fighting them, to be honest here. Ow, that was right in my face. All the hairspray. Ow, ow, you got rapid fire. I'm going to like do the charge shell with this some. Later, hey, Conky, you have a good night. I think I killed one. Nope. Or did I? Okay, that actually seems to work against them since they can't get out of the fire quick enough. Also, they're worm. Alright. Completed. Now moving on. How you doing, chat? You guys getting by alright over there? You need me to come in there and, you know, give you a shoulder rub. You feeling good? Positive? Yeah, let me put Cortana in this pedestal so she can, you know, do her thing. No, just activate it automatically now.
I got this. Are you okay?
Chat demands food? What kind of food are we eating tonight for a stream?
Not really.
I bet. She was expecting you, but Atriox got to her first. You meant so much to each other. It can't be easy.
What's the last big twist we're gonna find out before Cortana was apparently deleted? Did she sacrifice herself for us? She cared even though she was a horrible, you know, planet-destroying villain. Sorry, that wasn't me getting choked up over the thought. That was me actually struggling to swallow some spit. Meat lovers pizza. I'm more of just a cheese pizza fan to myself. I think if a pizza is good enough, you don't need anything but cheese.
Look around, Cortana. Your empire over. Your great plan ended at the hands of those who made you.
Not yet.
Oh, such confidence, such arrogance. Do you believe a savior will come? A Spartan?
John, the Master Chief will stop you.
He didn't stop me when I crushed his skull.
You didn't do that. You just threw me out of a locker, or an airlock.
No.
You asked me if I understood the concept.
How do you trap a computer program? I don't know.
And what did I say?
You said yes.
And then I asked you the same question. Reflect on your choices, Cortana. Understand the consequences.
So what I want to know is how did Atriox beat all of her guardians? She had like an army of those things, and they were like planet-destroying super weapons. Did those not factor into anything other than that one cutscene of them blowing up the Brute homeworld? Bizarre to leave that at such a big point.
This place will become your home. This place will become your tomb.
Alright, keep whispering, girl. Sure, when the moment comes, you'll... Oh, ow. Report doesn't care about the story? Clearly not, but they still included them briefly to just show them blowing up the Root planet, and then they didn't apparently do anything else after that. Camouflage. Ouch. Really hate how as most video game storytelling makes zero sense, like everybody keeps detailed journals in Fallout games. That's just the most easiest way of getting a lot of information across, and without having to spend a lot of money to do it. So I don't really mind having a lot of like written records and everything. A white stealth elite around here. I gotta be careful of. Yep, there he is. Not sacred to you anymore, though, is it? I mean, I thought you guys were... It was only sacred if you're in the Covenant. Wow, that actually didn't do what I thought it was going to do. What do I got for weapons back here again? These are not too shabby. Come on, show yourself. Good. Alright. So one more fight down. How many more we got left? Forgot to throw something new at me soon. I think that's one of the Halo's problems, is it doesn't have enough variety of like encounters. It runs out of enemy designs pretty quickly. Also, if I got anything left to upgrade, I don't know if I have enough, but you might as well spin them if I got them, right? Nope, only got the one. Didn't do enough of the side adventuring, I guess. Apparently, slip space travel can take anywhere from 2 to 6 months, so I think Cortana's Guardians were too far away for her to get them to Zeta Halo before Atriox did his thing. I think she'd at least keep a few with her for defense, though. I'm still not exactly sure why she even came here, though. Oh, that's not the weapon you use. Oh, I need your laser beams. Why she came here to explain, yeah, I'm waiting on that. So I wasn't hoping anyone would actually answer me before the game gets a chance to. I'm guessing the reason that she did have her guardians with her is because obviously that would have made the brutes, beating her impossible. So they just like, they just weren't there. Why? Just weren't there. There's also the little fact of like, what about all the AIs that sided with Cortana? Like, did they have like a collective oh shit moment when she like disappeared? Like, oh well, oh crap, maybe we shouldn't have sided with her. Oh, thought he would like get off it after I shot him a few times. Well, back to the square one, I guess. Imagine being in the random sniper that finally takes down Chief. Gotta feel good. There's a white elite down there I gotta be careful of. There he comes. Might fall asleep while watching your stream, but a big thank you for your work. Love hearing you picking up all those planos. Hey, Wooderif, thank you for stopping by and saying those kind words. And if you fall asleep to the stream, that's perfectly fine. A lot of people actually tell me that I help them sleep with my voice. So if it helps you, hey, that's even better. But also, once again, thank you for the kind words. Hopefully, I continue to live up to your expectation. That's the wrong gun. Don't want that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Need some of a bit of accuracy. Not getting much use out of this sword, though. I will grab this with me. Wait a minute. See plasma turret. That instead. Commando, Deadly Commando. I don't know what this is a reference to. When I hear the word Commando, I think of that old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, though. Also, now I'm also curious, since Cortana was beaten, what happened to all of those digital, like, created army of hers? Did they just not did they just cease to exist once Cortana stopped being in charge? Because they existed before her. I assume they would continue existing after her. See, I'm just gonna have all these questions, and I know they're annoying, but I can't help but think of them. Like, okay, you create all this stuff in Halo 5, and now you aren't gonna bother explaining it, are you? They stopped existing when the writers... Yeah, that's actually the real reason. When the writers realized that people didn't like them, like, oh, well, I guess they don't matter. They stopped now. They're gone. Sorry. How it is. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt. Only in the campaign is this weapon actually terrifying. Why is that? Why can't this be that good in multiplayer? Are there red versus blue weapons in this game? There probably are. I believe there's a lot of Easter eggs in this game, and if you like go looking for them in the open world. Only one I found though was like an arcade cabinet of Halo for some reason. But I don't think that's quite a reference. It's just like, hey, here's a Halo. Here's something that's out of place. Like a lover, apparently. Yo, Atriox, you cucking my girl? You cucking me with my girl? Is that what this is?
I've learned so much, Cortana. This ring is different. It has secrets within that I will have. This silent auditorium. Do you know its history? Its true purpose? I have little need for a failed god. This ring is all I need. Surrender it to me.
Okay. I'm sure the Rule 34 exists of what? Cortana left oh, cause, you know, Atriox, yeah. Is this Atriox guy really liked by the people who like those RTS games? Because I'm still getting the same vibes from him that I got from the other brute I just killed not long ago. Just, I'm really angry and strong. What's so good about having the ring? Well, the other rings, when they're activated, they kill all sentient life in the galaxy. And all intelligence, too. Weirdly, somehow. That was something added by 343. But this ring is apparently different for some reason. It's a really bad RTS. I thought maybe people like the plot.
The memories. The data. It's more precise. More complete. It's like...
We're getting closer to where she died.
Yes. But I was going to say deliberate. Like she wanted us to know something.
I feel certain that I'm going mad. So I'm doing what seems the best thing to do.
Rocket launcher. Sword or rocket launcher? Rocket launcher. They don't really kill all life, just anything with the nervous system. Yeah, well, they also added in that they also destroy sentience somehow. Because there's apparently the Flood, since they were like the old version of the progenitors, or progenitor, whatever their name was originally. They had like some kind of power over sentience itself, and somehow once the Flood got advanced enough, they could like tap into that. So they had to destroy sentience too. It's a weird bit of the lore they added in. But it couldn't be completely stopped. They seem to be stopped now. They're no longer a threat. Ooh, here, you get all my grenades. You think Bungie should handle the story while 343 does the gameplay? I wouldn't say that, because right now I'm not exactly impressed with Bungie's writing abilities either. Is anyone... I've never heard anything truly impressive out of Destiny. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Lucky you. Destiny is a great story and lore. It may have interesting lore, but I never really... I've looked into the writing every once in a while, and it doesn't really seem right for me. Not my kind of sci-fi. Wait, you're still alive after 3 hits? Kinda feel like if 5% of the graphics budget of a AAA game went to writing, they'd get much better stories. Possible. It's always possible. But it's really about who's writing the story more than how much effort you put into it. You can put all the effort you want to write a story and still come out with crap. You have to have someone who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to how to write a narrative. And sometimes someone who's good at writing one form of entertainment isn't that great at writing another form of entertainment. Or sometimes when you get like, oh, let's get a really good author to write our novel, I mean our story for us. That might end up turn out crap anyways. There's been times where some people, video game developers have hired like professional like sci-fi authors to like write their story for them. Still didn't come out with much. There was a game on original Xbox. What was it? I forget the name of it. It was like written by that Scott Card guy, whatever his name is. It was like a sci-fi novel, but it wasn't really that good. Sniper me up here. There it is. Story writing isn't really hard. That yes it is. It is. It can be very difficult to write a good story. Okay, everybody dead? Everybody dead? Good. Orson Scott Card wrote a game that took place in the universe of his novel Empire called Shadow Complex, and that's not the one I'm talking about, though. There was another one back on the original Xbox. It was, I forget the name of it. I honestly do. I never played it, I just remember reading about it. Alright, I guess we got topped up as much as we're gonna get. There you go. Alright, these are pretty good guns. Advent Rising, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's the name of it. It had a lot of interesting concepts, but it was supposed to be like a big series, but it didn't sell very well. It was meant to be a trilogy, but like a lot of planned trilogies, yeah, that's why you should also never plan something out to be a trilogy. That's always a possibility of that happening. God, white elites can survive everything. Except their own incompetence, because that one just died from an explosion. Yeah, I'll yield barrel. Witcher series is based, yeah, it's based off it. The guy who wrote the Witcher novels did not write the Witcher game. In fact, he didn't even like it very much. He's like considers it like, you know, not very good work. But then again, he's also known for being just like a bit of a, you know, grumpy, you know, douchebag. Issue is that I think I or you could, with enough effort, write better stories than most video. I don't know. I've tried writing novels before I got into this, you know, video game stuff. On YouTube. I never could find it. You know, I'd always find that I always ripped myself into a corner and couldn't finish the story properly. Like I couldn't figure out what happened next. So I wouldn't necessarily say I could write a better plot than other people. Because I tried my hand at it. I was pretty decent at story building, I mean, world building. But then putting the plot into the world I created was always really hard for me. You give me the good weapons, but this thing doesn't hold much ammo. Rings don't destroy inframatter though, so some of the precursors, thoughts, and memories can transfer to the flood. Yeah, that was part of the 343's writing though, wasn't it? Bungie never added that bit into it. That's what came after them. I never really. I was like, wasn't it cool enough that the flood were just like a freaking cancer upon the universe, and they didn't need to have all this extra stuff?
Accept my apology immediately. My earlier efforts to delete you were misguided. I thought she wanted to rebuild this installation, to restore it. But I was wrong. Wrong. Please hurry. The seal is almost broken.
Sure, if I had 5 hours with, let's say, Mass Effect Andromeda story, you could make it a lot better. I might be able to, like, make improvements on someone else's work, but like I said, writing my own story from scratch, it's a lot harder. Where'd he go?
I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
Definitely a fighting arena.
Good point.
I was worried that you were perhaps unfriendly.
Or not. Thinking of writing a fantasy novel that would be its own self-contained narrative, hey, give it a shot. I would say stop thinking about it and start doing it. Because use neural physics for things. Yeah, that's what I learned when I went looking through the wiki for like information when I started doing these newer Halo games. Hmm. You don't know if well, I didn't say 343 or Bungie wrote it. I'm just saying which era it came from. Was all that was Legends written after Bungie had left Microsoft and they handed over Halo to them? Well, that was what I'm considering, because that might be something they added in, you know, to like expand upon the original concepts.
Great plan. Ended at the hands of those who made you.
Like, wasn't this part of this 3-part game for 343 supposed to be like the Reclaimer saga, where like humanity realizes its destiny to become, you know, the next great, you know, civilization in space? It doesn't seem like that's where this is going anymore. Halo Legends was financed by the franchise overseer 343, so yeah, that was after the Bungie had left. Didn't seem like their way of what they were going for originally. They just, you know, we're gonna take this in a different direction. Then they added all this stuff like humans were actually an ancient spacefaring civilization until they got beat by the Forerunners and like sent back to like caveman status. That was all like 343 as well.
How could I have been so stupid? Halsey made a copy. It was the only way. There's not much time. If Atriox takes control, he has the ring. A weapon pointed into the universe. Nothing left to lose. My fault. My stupid fault. Not much time. Will this work?
Good thing this elevator is long.
Moment. John will make it work. He needs help. Of course. Was this your plan all along, Halsey? Or is it mine? It doesn't matter now. Nothing else matters. This has got to work. He can't do it.
Pick a direction.
He needs me. He needs her.
I'll leave the elevator long enough for the plot to play out. Hear that? I need you. Still, could you get some plastic surgery in those eyes? There's something off-putting about them. Little nip tuck. I mean, technically it's your avatar. You can change it at will, right?
It is time for you to make your choice.
I have. Thank you, Atriox. You helped me. You really did. Would you humor me? If you knew how you were going to die, how would you live your life differently?
I would change nothing.
Perfect. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Making things right.
Huh?
It was her. She destroyed the ring, stopped my deletion. Why?
The answer is through that very door. I hope. Let's start a new recording, though. Been on that one for a while. This should be like the final leg of the game, right?
Saved me, it would have been you. Everything has gone from me. The certainty of your goodness. I can't go on spoiling your life any longer.
Hmm? I'm just wondering how this is gonna wrap up.
We're here. This is where Cortana...
Sacrificed herself.
Well, they've stocked it up with weapons for me, so we know something's about to happen.
silent auditorium. Forerunner, obviously. It appears to be... Oh no.
What is it?
It's a courtroom, a prison, a place of execution. All these things together. Why?
To cover their sins, we stood silent, unable to speak as they passed judgment. We could not defend ourselves. We could not reason with them.
Something's sending a signal. Before you ask, I'm already tracking it.
Hear this, Forerunners. Your auditorium has fallen. The endless found. Your sins undone. Today we return.
Who are you? I don't know. You a precursor or something? Oh. He did a...
What's she doing?
She's trying to open a connection between here and somewhere else on the ring.
Where?
You deal with her and I'll find out.
Come, protect me.
No, she's not a Forerunner, so I'm guessing maybe she's like the last surviving precursor, the one that came over the Forerunners. Can I get in that stuff?
Your toys are worthless.
Maybe she's like from the gremlin species that I've been killing. Discount con maker. You know, they've already taken one thing from Doom Eternal. Might as well do that.
There.
Final finds a wave of enemies. Seems that way.
From this transmitter.
You will not stand in the way. Enough. Wretched thing.
Ha 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 ha. Great laugh. Oh, very funny.
She switched transmitters, rerouting the power through that one. This isn't good. The connection is sentient. It's searching for something.
Uh-oh, it's a grenade. I was looking for more of the energy gun. I know there's somewhere down here. Oh, I'm meant to use this. Teleportation, something, something, dick. Usually it's only if they like do that while having a conversation. She's actually using it in combat, so it makes a little more sense. No energy beam. Find you, my energy beam. You're precious to me. You're the best weapon in the game. There we go. Come on, I gotta scratch my head.
Okay, next one's down.
The endless will be avenged and restored. Enough!
Oh wow, she just melted.
I grow bored of this.
Like her health bar was like there and it's gone. That was like a determined like, no, you can't win just yet. Kind of smart moment of the fight.
No idea, but I doubt it's good. Wait, there's something else here. Something's helping me.
One of those bosses that's probably tough on your legendary chat. It's made for that fight. Oh. Die! God, you take forever, don't you? You're tougher than the boss I'm fighting.
Last one's down.
This injustice
We're gonna smack this lady with a hammer.
done, but it can be avenged. So, you wish to test.
Bump it.
Tear the armor apart.
What was
I
that?
wish to see his face.
Bullshit. Absolute horseshit. You were nothing and then all of a sudden I'm dead. What phase of the fight are we in? Okay, the last phase still.
Again, it's found something.
What?
No idea, but I doubt it's good. Wait, there's something else here. Something's helping me.
They are so close now. You will not stop me. Your presence is totally a distraction.
Are we ready, lady?
Last one's down.
We doing this now?
Struggle is aimless. It will not end here.
Oh, I get.
This fight is but a distraction.
Oh! Get fucked. Oh, wait. Now, who the hell are you?
What you need. Tell them. I am sorry it took so long.
Who's she talking to?
Unknown. The signal's old? Like, really old.
My time is ended. Yours too. They will make sure.
We need extraction.
Of course you do. On my way.
The endless will return.
The endless? What?
I couldn't decrypt it in time.
It's okay. You'll figure something
Oh
out.
god.
Of course I will. They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them. It won't
Oh,
be
there's that
me.
line.
But you know that, right?
That's not how you looked when you said that, though.
Doesn't matter. It's just another echo. She's right, John.
Hey, can that saving progress
another
line get
echo.
off the screen?
Sorry, I'm messing with you. I just had a feeling that's what she would say. Do you see what I see? So much potential.
He's alive now. This is an echo again.
I'm sorry. I didn't have long to plan this.
Or maybe it's just like a recording.
Milliseconds, really. I hope it worked out. Look at us. We just keep saying goodbye, don't we?
Yeah, you killed an entire planet, lady.
But this isn't an end. It's a chance to make amends, to rectify mistakes. And it starts here. I was wrong. I thought that I could do this on my own. But I forgot that the whole point of all of this, the entire reason that I chose you in the first place, was that we were supposed to be a team. Perfectly suited, perfectly matched, perfectly
Perfect.
perfect.
Well, I predicted the line. The bad line.
In these final moments, I know what my last mission is. I need to make sure you two learn from my mistakes. Become stronger because of them. I chose well, Master Chief. I really did. Now, it's up to you.
Master Chief is cool guy who shoot alien, don't care.
You alright? I don't know what to say. Scratch that. We need to get out of here.
Oh,
Like
we get in
now.
our escape sequence? That saving progress bar. I'm worried about that saving progress bar not disappearing, by the way.
Yes, I know. Think faster.
Is it constantly
Maybe there's a
saving?
way to-
Was that you?
Would it help if I said yes?
Probably.
But we don't know where it's going, or even if it's going anywhere.
Any other suggestions?
No, but this is a really bad idea!
As long as you say sorry afterwards. Sorry I killed billions and not
Let's
wrecked
not do that
Australia.
again.
I did try to tell you it was a bad idea.
Chief! Your beacon just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, I thought I lost you. Where did you go?
Echo 216.
Stay put. I'm coming to you.
Where are we?
Chief, I think the better question is when are we?
Oh god, no. Do not do time travel.
How? But we've been gone for days.
What?
3 days,
Oh.
to be precise.
Is a slow teleport.
This ring is different than the others.
The Banished and the Harbinger were looking for something that was never found. Why would the Forerunners hide something and throw away the key? Doesn't that scare you?
No. You?
Of course not.
Is anyone going to ask me what I think? I guess not.
Yeah, whatever. No one cares about you. You won't even be in the next game, probably. What about my character? I was developed in this. No, you'll maybe get a line in the next game, if you're lucky.
Sorry.
Master Chief, don't hug.
I'm really happy to see you. Really happy. So, what do we do now?
We finished the fight.
God damn you. Sons of bitches.
Yes, sir. The Banished still control the rest of the ring.
Wait. I know this is weird, given all that's happened, but
What? What is it?
we still don't know your name. We can't keep calling you Echo 216.
No, you can't. Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
It's nice to meet you, Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
Good work, soldier.
Nice
What
to
about
meet you,
you?
Fernando.
What about me?
What do I call you?
Any ideas?
Well, do you think it would be okay? You're sure?
You get to choose your name.
Then I think I might have the perfect one.
All right.
You're gonna wait for the next game, huh? Or that's like that's like the clickbait of a YouTube video at the end of the game. You won't believe what Cortana named herself in this video. Oh god. Well, that was a guess, I guess. They didn't answer anything, did they? Who was that alien lady? I guess she's a new alien race that's gonna, mysteriously show up because they can't come up with a compelling enemy type. And I didn't find her that good either. So okay, no, never mind. I'll just get angry. Gonna be DLC. Apparently, this is supposed to be the next 10 years of Halo. Just this one game. They're gonna just continue to update it. But like, I guess expansion packs or something. There's always a post-credit scene these days, though. No, you can skip credits. We'll let them roll. We still got time to kill. Do it. Get angry. Rant. It feels like there's. I know everyone hated Halo 5, but you can't just, like, write it out like that. That's, like, lazy. You have to address it. You have to at least have some balls and address what was wrong before you could fix things. You can't just, like, paper overhaul. So everything they said been fine, but just like, oh, fuck it. And now here's some new shit. You know, new aliens. Forget about those digital construct people. No, new aliens coming out of the woodwork. Here's a new Halo ring. Does magical things we don't know yet. Don't even want to tell you the answer in this game. It's just, People see the post-credit scene on Heroic too. Oh, yeah, there are like the legendary endings. I'm guessing there's a legendary ending to the game as well. All difficulties get us a different scene now. Far from worse. Still, the whole, like, here's a new alien race thing is really weak. Just bring back the Flood at this point. No one will care. No one wants, like, here's a new alien that was apparently, like, locked in time. Like, they're back. I mean, they didn't even explain what happened to, like, the created. Like, they just, like, vanished. All of it. Want legendary ending spoilers? I'll probably watch it eventually, though. I'll probably say whatever, like, apparently each difficulty has its own ending. So I'll check them all out. Are we gonna watch the other endings? You guys can do that yourselves. I'm sure, like, usually the legendary ending doesn't really add much. We'll see what ending we get ourselves. The legendary ending is the same, the post-credit scene is the same, but there's a dialogue between Grand Edict and the AI. Okay, they discuss how Atriox believes he is saving his species, but is instead reviving the Endless, and that offensive bias is active. Okay, I remember the name offensive bias from Halo 3. He was like a Forerunner AI. But he was also a Forerunner AI that, like, switched sides to work for the Flood, and then, like, was contained, and then also went back to being good again, and kind of helps you secretly in Halo 3. That's Mendicant Bias? Oh, okay. Okay, they just both have bias in their names. Not a fan of this. It's a little lazy. It's definitely better than 5, just because you spend all your time with the Chief. No one cared about the other guys. Especially Lox, where they try to make him like the new, like, cool guy. But, still... the writing was the worst. Something needed a lot of work, I feel. But then again, didn't they have to cut a lot of the stuff out of this game? Like, this is supposed to be a much bigger game, they cut it down a lot. I'm guessing there'll be, like, stuff they put into it later. That's why they don't want to answer everything now, because apparently this is going to be, like, the next 10 years of the series. Just this one game. Can't answer all the questions just yet, you know. Do I want to hear what you found out about the Endless? There's a little bit on Halopedia, as long as it's not going to spoil anything that's coming up in this post-credit scene. Gameplay was pretty solid, though. Except the multiplayer needs some buffs on some of the weapons and vehicles, though. Most of the stuff was cut, yeah. I felt like there was a lot. Maybe they would have, you know, maybe all these questions would have been answered had they... I mean, damn, they barely got this game out as it is. It's still missing, like, the co-op and the Forge mode and everything else. And still had to cut stuff out. Wasn't the worst... Not the worst Halo. You know, not even the second worst, I'd say, but hey. It's, you know, I guess it's an improvement over 5, so... Positive ending, a positive note, I guess? Not answering questions and keeping things mysterious is fine, though. Yeah, but only if you actually are interested in those things. I don't know, I just don't really find the world of Halo as mysterious as other people, either. So, apparently the Infinity was destroyed by the Banished, right? Does that mean, like, that captain they spent 2 games building up is dead? Like, he got, you know, went down with the ship, along with that lady Spartan as well? Like, all those characters, like, yeah, fuck them, they're dead. Basic part is that they were found on by the remaining Forerunners after the Halo firing, but they somehow survived it. So they were deemed a threat and imprisoned. Yeah, that's still not very good. That just seems like they're desperate for, like, a new enemy type. Like, oh, well, here's some people. I'm guessing they'll probably, like, have more lore. Like, maybe they're, like, related to the precursors or something. I mean, might as well bring them back in, like, their non-Flood form, I guess. Wow, this game made me sleepy. But hey, it had good moments in the game. Some of the combat was pretty good. The grapple hook was nice. Big time travel stuff. Yeah, that's what it seemed like they were starting to hint at the end with that whole, they took them 3 days to do that teleport. That almost made me like, just don't you fucking dare do time travel. So we'll see. We'll see. There's plenty of room for them to add that in and make everything worse. Any story moments you liked? Nothing that really... Well, there wasn't really anything that just stood out to me as awesome. I mean, a lot of stuff went the way I thought. Everyone pretty much, I think, could guess that, yeah, this was like a new copy of Cortana. Why make her blue and look like Cortana and sound like her if she's not? So that wasn't a surprise for me or a big moment for that reveal. The stuff I wanted to happen might have been interesting had it not happened off screen, like, you know, Cortana dying and being defeated and all that stuff. Did they go multiverse yet in Halo? No. What would be the other multiverse? Like, here's another John Spartan out there somewhere? I don't think that's needed. Please, no. Weapon also said the Harbinger was receiving a very old message too, which doesn't make sense without the time travel. Yeah. I guess I'm guessing they're like a race of time travelers, who knows. But that's bad. I'm just waiting to see, okay, the next game, they're gonna like drop, well, not even the next game, apparently this game is gonna continue, but wanted to see what else they drop that people don't like. I found it strange were no real big set pieces, scripted moments. Halo isn't really like that. That's more like Call of Duty things. Halo is always like, here's a big big levels, then you get moments where you can like get in vehicles and shoot stuff up, then you have on-foot moments and everything else. So I do respect it for that, not, following that trend of just doing a lot of very tightly focused script pieces. So, someone who knows, is Earth destroyed or like completely like ruined by Cortana, or is it just Australia? I'm guessing like all the human ships have been like wrecked or something. There's just so many holes in this plot, it's hard to like figure out what's even going on. Like, what happened to all the AIs that humans made switch sides with Cortana? Are they still like, not working with humans anymore, or do they just like realize they're like screwed once she like died? Or do they know? I've seen... well, then there's the whole Guardians things. They're gone, they're not even mentioned. And then all the... created, not mentioned at all. The Banished are somehow this one splinter cell of, like, brutes and everything are apparently, like, super strong and, like, wreck everyone else's shit. I guess the Stormcoming were just pussies in comparison to them. Amazon just turned them off the HQ. Amazon just turned off their HQ. Stopped updating them. Australia, New Mombasa, and New Phoenix are the only ones mentioned. As far as I know, just Australia, but the game hasn't been out long, and 343 probably gonna make some books, they gotta make those Halo books. Oh well, they basically left a ton of holes in their plot so they could fill it in later, is my guess. Like, we know there's a ton of shit we're missing here, we're giving ourselves room. Just you wait, gamers. 10 years of this will answer everything you want to know. Who's alive, who's dead, who's coming back, who these new people are. I'm guessing Atriox will still be alive too. They're not gonna just kill him off screen, right? He'll be revealed in like a deal like, I'm back, Master Chief, and I'm ready to kill. I don't know, whatever the boring line he's got. Australia and half of Africa in Halo 3 is gone. Well, yeah, I remember that the flood landed there, so they had to glass it. I think I should buy the Halo campaign or Star Wars Squadrons. I don't know which interests you more. By Halo campaign, you mean the Master Chief Collection? The only one that I could reasonably explain is why she had no Guardians with her, but even that theory is plenty out. I mean, it still doesn't make sense that this incredibly intelligent AI would leave herself completely vulnerable. Which is apparently what she did after, like, blowing up the Brute homeworld. Like, you know what? They're not gonna... What can they do about it? Huh? Let me just sit here in my Halo ring and you'll sip wine. I don't know. should they have developed this game before releasing it? Well, it is a complete game. It just ain't, you know, a lot of plot apparently got cut out. But then again, that's not a bad thing. A lot of it, apparently there's going to be a much bigger open world, which would have been bad. That's bad. Plot was mad. Well, yeah, Halo's plots tend to always be kind of mad, though. I only really like the plot of the first game. 2's was sort of interesting from, like, you see the Covenant's perspective, and then after that, though, it kind of, like, really fell off. Halo Earth is pretty screwy, most of it just military complex. Well, after like a 40-year war where most of humanity was killed and they were always worried about being, Earth being attacked, I'd kind of imagine it's pretty heavily fortified. We're talking about Star Wars Squadrons, but never, no. But I don't know much about Star Wars Squadrons, to be honest. Well, this is the last big release of this year, chat. 2021 has now come to the end of big releases. What a disappointing year this has been for video games. I was hoping for a savior, you know. Also assume the AI tied to the Infinity was either killed or something. Yeah, if he was on the ship, but maybe, well, not necessarily. Like Cortana was taken out of her ship before it was destroyed. Remember, that was the whole point of like the opening mission of Halo 1. Reach was good? Yeah, Reach was good. Well, mostly good. Since you kind of knew how it ended. I never really understood why they went with Spartan 4s for Reach, though, instead of Spartan 2s. Since it was the Spartan 2s that were famously, in the books, died on Reach. Instead, they made it all about the Spartan 4s, who shouldn't even exist at that point. This year just disappeared. I don't know. How they go sometimes. Hades and Alex were the only two great games of the last 2 years. Alex I played, and I really liked Alex. But I think there's good games, a lot of good games that came out last year, too. We get older, next year is hopefully going to be better, from the looks of it. The year of indies, yeah, I guess you definitely got a point there. I think it was there was one Spartan 2, the Fred guy, and then the rest were like Spartan 4s, weren't they? Spartan 2s and 3s were in Reach. Okay, it should have been like, I still think it should have been like Master Chief and a bunch of other Spartan 2s for that, and then that would have been far stronger, I feel, than what they went with. I never understood why they went with like a bunch of no-names for it. Instead, like, Master Chief was in, stasis the entire fight for some reason, while the Reach was being attacked. Also, weren't Spartan 3s the ones that didn't have energy shielding? They just had, like, cloaking ability in their armor, weren't they? This year, though, indie shine due to everything being delayed. Yeah, there was, like I said, there was good indie stuff. But the AAAs, this is like the worst year for video, not just because there was so few releases, but also just like all the horrible drama around a lot of big developers, or publishers, I mean, and some developers. So, like, a lot of things getting eaten alive. And then a lot of bad video game practices, too. Oh well. Here's the 2022 being far better, in every way. Not just in video games. God, these are some long-ass credits, aren't they? Keep looking over, like, are they getting to the part where they're nearly done yet? Talking about Reach the game, the Noble team was most likely Spartan 2s and 3s. Well, there was one Spartan 2 on the Halo Reach game, is that Fred guy, the big one. The rest were apparently Spartan 3s. I thought they were Spartan 4s, but still, I still think it would have been far stronger if his Master Chief and a team of Spartan 2s that were all dying around him. Weirdly, the leader of that team wasn't the Spartan 2 either. You'd think the more seasoned guy would be the leader of it, but nope. Personally looking forward to 22. Well, you got a long way to go. I'm sure that'll be a good year with all the technological advancement we'll have in like another 200 years. Hey, maybe if medical advancement happens right now, and you'll extend that lifespan, which is apparently getting, a lot of people are working on that stuff now. There's like all sorts of companies getting started up in it, so maybe it'll be possible. I don't know. What would you consider the best? What would I consider the best video game ending? I don't think such a thing technically exists. To be honest with you, I've always liked the Half-Life endings where they really just like put the G-Man up in your face, and those leave you like questioning everything. Like that leaves you with a good amount of mystery, especially who this guy is, and also allows them to also not be locked into what kind of sequel they want to do. So technically, I think they're good endings. They might not be the best written, but they're definitely leave them plenty of room for the next game. Like no one would have ever predicted Half-Life 2 being what it was based off the ending of Half-Life 1. So that's one of them, but I don't think that's necessarily the best ending either. We'll be cyborg slaves. I don't think we would even be cyborg slaves if we got to some bad AI, outcome. We'd probably just be wiped out. They could make better robots than cyborgs, you know. If in 200 years, I would say humans probably won't even exist because either we all be killed off, or we would have like used technology to like advance ourselves to some point that we're no longer quite the same as we call ourselves now. It's hard to believe, yeah, humans would be exactly the same at that point. This is The Matrix coming out as a game. No, that was released as a demo, but it is technically a playable demo. So you can check out the new Unreal Engine. It's apparently very impressive, but gameplay-wise, it just got a single shooting segment in a car, and then you can walk around the city. But it'd be nice if they made an actual new Matrix game and use that technology for it, because it's apparently very impressive. Oh, can you speed these credits up, please? Jesus. I'm thinking of hitting that skip button. We'll evolve into sentient ads, huh? Deus Ex is our future, Dart will be our cyborg stripper. You mean stripper? I mean, at that point, yeah, I could have the digital avatar of everything I want, right? Press F, I guess that won't, skip the finale, right? Here we go. I guess that's Atriox. Still breathes. Huge surprise that was. Instead of the background noise, the legendary ending has the two characters talking over this. Yeah, I'll probably check that out on my own time, but don't really need it for what I have to do now.
Chief? What I said. We finished the fight.
Go do all the things you haven't done. Take over all those bases, Master Chief. You got 10 years to spend on this ring, so get to work. How was the game? Disappointed me in the ways I expected to do, but still was a better, experience than, 5. So it's a more positive experience than I had with 5. So I'll give it that much. But like I said, it lived up to expectations of what I wouldn't like, which was the open world stuff, the new plot. It didn't really do it for me. And now they're just more questions that just feel like they're holes more than anything else. Really, those things he's freeing are the endless. It makes sense. They apparently are. They don't really strike me as that terrible of an enemy though. There's what's so special about them? Just like I shoot energy beams too. Fear me. I mean, okay. They're going to have a bit of a hook to them if they want to make them into something, terrifying. I don't know. Whatever. The first one I fought didn't really impress me much. She shot at me, and she made a shield. They can control time? What to see then? Thanks for broadcasting. Oh, thank you, Jukum. Thank you for being here. So, that's it for the night chat. And I probably won't be streaming the next 2 nights, I'm going to guess, because, I'll stream quite a few in a row. But when I come back from that, I'll be finishing up God of War 3, and then moving on to playing some other stuff. So hopefully you'll stop by and check me out when I do that. So make sure you're here for that. Make sure you hit the follow button up there. And also, if you want to join my Discord, type in the Discord code in the chat, or scroll down below and you'll find a link for it down there too. Thank you for any subs, gift subs, or bits tonight. And thank you to the mod team, and thank you all for being super chill. Chill stream is a chill stream as always, very chill. So, I'm going to head off to bed. You guys have a great time with yourselves, whatever you got planned for tomorrow or tonight. And I'll see you next time I stream. Peace.